Hello, good afternoon, and we're back to our part
We're
two.
back.
Yes, we're back to our part two of welcome of Arise. Welcome to Arise Labor for a Cause. So this is
Labor.
Yeah, so this is a special 12-hour non-stop streaming of coaching talks and discussions brought to you by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneur. This special streaming is in honor of the global workforce who are severely affected by the global pandemic.
Yes, also good afternoon to everyone. This Labor Day special streaming is in service of the global communities and our way of celebrating all the hard-earned achievements of the working people both here and abroad. So today we offer our coaching service online to provide the needed insights during this time that we look with some much anticipation to see the world again after the ECQ season. Yes.
All right. Can,
There.
Mm-hmm.
can you hear me?
Yes,
Yes,
coach.
coach.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes,
Thank
yes,
you.
yes.
And
Yes,
thank you
coach.
everyone for joining. I am Coach Sean with the fellow hashtag Change Agents, and we are
Yes.
certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. And we are professional and trained life coaches. And today we are coming to serve and help individuals gain an understanding of what we do and the services we provide. So you either benefit from coaching service or you become a service provider like us.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Coach K, and I'm also a certified life coach by the Global Institute of Coaches and Entrepreneurs. And this is the day to gain clarity on our direction moving forward, seeing the world after COVID 19 and how we can use all our experiences and expertise operating in what we may call new normal. We have over 30 certified life coaches speaking today. So we started at 10 a.m. this morning today, and including our CEO and founder of the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs, Master Coach Lakendra Smalley. So she spoke earlier, and our Master Coach A, the global partner. And then, so don't miss this learning opportunity to level up in mindsets.
Yep. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. And I am Coach Teen. And we invite you to join us for the next 12 hours. Actually, for the next 8 hours, we will be streaming in three parts. And this is now the second part that would be until 10 p.m. tonight. We have raffle prizes, we have cash, goodies, and a lot more to make learning experience fun, memorable, and exciting. So just to name some of the few prizes, we have a 3-day free accommodation at Savoy Hotel Boracay, beauty products, a tumbler, 3 bottles of 15 ml supplement. That's a Kayani Nitro. And then we have 300 peso GC for from DCAP. We also have 6 winners of signature inspirational journal. We have 1,000 pesos, and we also have 250 for winners. 10 winners for Coach K's virtual concert, The Shape of a Songwriter's Heart. Excited for this. And of course, one VIP ticket to our Leading with Love conference in
Yes.
November. That's from November 25 to
It's
28.
really
And
good.
a Power Work Clarity session online or in person with Master Coach Lakendra. And for the personal that would or in person that would be when she visits DCAP in November. So excited for that.
Yes, thank you for that, Coach Tin. And for everyone who's been watching us earlier, we started at 10 a.m. I would like to really share that we will be covering a wide range of topics. So we are not limited for today. So whether you are a business owner, so I'm really wanting to connect, working individual, a parent, a student, church ministers, a public servant, we got something for you today. So that is something that we could expect. That this is something that we are in
Mm-hmm.
servicing of you. And if you wish to avail, yan, coaching services, live, just comment below joining live panel and we will communicate with you for instructions so you can come in and speak with our coaches. So we are really inviting everyone to really, if you have question in mind, whatever industry, whatever ministry, whatever posture or space or environment that you are. If you have questions, we are more than happy to really serve and give you that coaching session live. Thank you, coaches.
Yes, and today we are inviting you to really stay until 10 p.m. and Master Coach A will be back at 6 p.m. to talk about ways to monetize our coaching skills. So let's celebrate Labor Day in our new normal. So instead, before, when we celebrate Labor Day, we go to the malls or we go out of town, right? So but
Yes.
today we will be celebrating it with a new normal by learning a lot of things from our coaches who will be talking for today, right?
All right.
Yes, and for everyone out there, I forgot to mention earlier that the link for the raffle is on the Coach A community page
Yes.
where we posted the ad. So please visit the link. Please visit the site and join us. And for the raffle, you have to be able to watch the show and really provide us with an insight or a takeaway that you were able to that connected with you when the speakers had that that we're able to share. And also for those who wants to experience life coaching firsthand, you can always send us a message. You can post it as a question, or you can join us online. The link for joining the live is also on the website or on our page. So there you go. So how is it, coaches, with our first part? It was really insightful with a lot of uh the changes that we have experienced during the
Mm.
journeys through the life coaching. So there you go. For me, it really has a very big impact on me when we decided to really do with the certification and then deciding to go full time.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
right. So I think we've learned a lot from our previous speakers earlier. So they've shared about what's happening in their industry, how life coaching is helping them in overcoming the situation, and how they are seeing their next level after the
yeah, yeah,
ECQ. So how
yeah.
about you, Coach Bill? So can you share
Uh,
something?
Actually, yung parang pinaka nag-strike for me with all yung previous speakers natin are yung plans nila, like of course this is Labor Day, and they already have these plans, their program, like maybe we call it the package. And so for their specific ano ba, like the niche or kung nasaan yung heart nila, like for example, really connecting with si Coach Blazy and really leveling up, breaking through from insecurity. Like I'm paraphrasing yung sinabi niya na, like breaking through from what the society is really expecting you. Then Coach Blaze is really offering a program for that, and ayun, it's really a moving forward. It really it's very it's very significant with what we are celebrating right now. It's labor with heart. It's something I'm really connecting with all of this. Of course, with Coach Sam and Coach Ram and Coach Glenda, and may mga sarili sila. They're specific, but then the next step, the moving forward, meron. They already have those things. And I'm really glad, or okay, me personally, I'm really glad that we have this ngayon sa Labor Day, knowing them all. Yan. Yan po.
All right. Yeah. Ako naman, what really caught my attention the whole morning, since we started with Coach Mix sharing, was really it was I was really listening to the sharing, and it was all boiling down to mental wellness and really mental health. I've been hearing about it, and also mental resiliency. And for me, the essence of that, as I listen to them, is that we are celebrating Labor Day, and every day in day out, we're so busy, and it's really important that all these things like the wellness, our general well-being, and essentially really our mental health is very important. And I want to connect it to the sharing of Master Coach Kendra, how important having a community is. So I want to connect mental wellness, mental well-being to the fact that help is available, and that is really the essence of our profession as life coaches. And for us to really seek out, if it can be a body, as Coach Kendra said, or it can be a community. So that's really the importance of that. So together, as we move to the new reality or the new world, we will come out and really rise up from this even stronger if we are together as a community.
And all
Yes.
right. Thank you, Coach K. For me, I've really learned that that in different industry, that whether I'm even surprised that shipping industry has this problem, like suicide rate. It's really a new learning for me, and I really want to talk to those person, whether you are a seafarer or just thinking that yung taking off din yung sinabi what Coach Mix have mentioned. It will not make you less of a man if you really connected with your vulnerabilities. Kasi brother, we really can talk about it. And I'm really coming the perspective of, I'm not coming, I'm really wanting to reach out for the concern that, hey, everyone is entitled to have the help that they need. And this tribe, this institute are one of the great group or community that you can join in, that you can trust us with that kind. Just as Master Coach Lakendra mentioned, just give it a try. Just experience it. And for you to really be able to explore all the possibilities of not just for transitions, but total transformation that is waiting for everyone. So yeah.
Yes,
you.
and yeah, I also remembered what Coach A discussed earlier. What really captured me is really when she said that everyone needs a coach. So whether you
Yeah.
are a top level executive, a graduate student, a homemaker, a homeless person, or the president of a
Mm.
nation, everyone needs a coach,
Yeah.
right, Coach
Yeah.
Sean?
Yeah. Yeah.
True. And I think that's the biggest thing that people would need to really start taking a look at. That even if you are in the top, you're already a CEO. I think that's what Bill Gates has shared, that everyone still needs a coach to be able to really support them and give them that clarity of what they still need to improve on, not just on their professional life, but also in their personal life. Because we need to take a look at it on a holistic perspective, that everything is interconnected. And if one is not working, then you need to strike a balance there. And I think that's where the beauty of the wheel of life is, because you need to be able to, you would be able to see the real, the picture of where you are at right now and which area of your life you can improve.
Yeah. And actually, I really would like to add the power of True North. I saw it with yung past previous, yung mga previous speakers natin, like they have this clarity, like yung sinabi nga ni Coach Sean, that knowing where you are, and then where you're going, and then how did you get there, like answering these key questions. It's really the part of ano, like really discovering the true north. And of course, all of you, or all the coaches out here who really attended the 13-day webinar of Coach A. And yun yung naging ano natin eh, like that's the output of the 13 days. How important yung true north talaga, like that would be the compass in everything we do, from like katulad nga sinabi ko, like all our coaches and all or the speakers right now, they have their own, you know, like project. You're going to talk about it, but they are, let me use the term, anchored with that true north, their own significant, their own ano ba, like the values, core values, beliefs. And yeah, we it's a really big thing talaga na we put on that name, na like ano kaya yung magiging guide mo along the way. And you know what, that term is true north. The 13 day with coach A, it's very powerful. Kaya yun, it's really like a proof right now, like it's really a great thing to have one, to have such. Yeah.
Yes. Ayan.
All right.
So,
Thank
Coach
you,
Sean?
everyone. As we begin, I'm going to be the presenting at this moment, and we'll let the others go. Thank you very much for the coaches who have shared their insights for the last couple of hours. And let's begin.
All right.
All right. Thank you, Coach K, Coach Bill, Coach Ed, and for
Yes.
the rest who's watching online, thank you very much for tuning in with us. I am
Yes.
Coach Sean. I'm a certified life coach, and I'm the life coach dad. And today I'm going to present to you my topic, which is a box full of tricks. And I'm going to share to you a story of the journey of how is it as far as life and how you're able to transform life and really start living the life that you have. My first question to everyone is, what's inside your box of tricks?
Box of
You might ask, what is that?
Oh.
Box of tricks. You have a lot of box of tricks there. It's just there behind you. Sometimes you pull it out.
Mhm.
Sometimes it's just innate to you. What are those
mm,
things? This can either be skills, this can either be gifts, your gifts, or this can either be some of the things that you've learned in life. And I've always thought that life before is like a box of magic tricks. That you have all of the things that you need in life. Eventually, years went on, things are working out fine, and all seems to be working out fine, and you become successful. I succeeded there. But in the journey, it came along that I hit a crossroad and I tried to find what's missing in my life. I think there's a lot of times, right, that we feel that everything is working well, our life is working well, but there's one missing piece that we cannot seem to figure out what's missing. Everything is working. We're able to to buy the things that we want. We're able to go places that we go, but there's something missing. And I grabbed this my bag of magic tricks and began to pull out something new. I found something new. And I found this magic wand. And I thought this magic wand would give me what I wanted. And I was ready for that space. So I was excited and I grabbed it. Until such time it started to consume me. I thought that that space was ready for me. And I thought, hey, it's not my space. And I got lost in the process. And oh, it was very lonely. It was lonely there. I thought that my happiness, my joy was there when I was still working towards it. But when I reach out, no, it was not. So if you see the image, like I was trying to look for things and eventually I found it, but it ate me. It consumed me. The monster consumed me in the process.
Mhm.
And in that process, I started again to rebuild the puzzle because the puzzle started to crumble. My life started to crumble. And in the process, I lost my heart. And it got me it got me into trouble. Years have passed when that magic wand, that box of tricks started to help me and to help me become whole again. And I began to see the light. Have you experienced a time where you're trying to figure out what will work and what does not work? But in everything that you do, things just seem to fall out of place and you can't seem to find and figure out where the pieces is. That's the same in the image that you see. You try to pull it back, then it goes out of its way again.
Mm.
And I thought as I thought that when I lost that journey, it would be easier to pull it back. I thought that there was a quick fix for everything. You know, we always Filipinos always want instant noodles, instant um, instant winnings.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, during that
Exactly.
time when I thought everything was seamless and easy, that past haunted me because what was working before, I thought was working before, was no longer working now. Because I wanted to create a space. And that space that I wanted to create, that life of fulfilled and meaningful life, is no longer fit. I was too impatient. And that started hurting me. I eventually regressed. You know what regression means? It's going back to the old ways, going back to the hurtful ways that we're doing. And the doubt started crawling after me. It started to bring me into a space where I cannot move. That everything is just not working out. I realized that change takes time. And I realized that I needed support. Master Coach Lakendra shared a while ago that one of the biggest challenges of people is the feeling that they will be told no or be rejected. But if we continue to progress and we continue to fight for what our heart is asking us to do, because it gives us the life that we want, you would lower all of the things that you have to achieve that. And I was fortunate enough I received, or someone sent me an angel. I think the coaches know who this angel is. That angel started to give me a clear path and for me to find his words. And that word has given me clarity. Change started to take place inside of me. And I heard the beat of my heart that once has left me. It started beating. I can feel it. It took courage to take down what I know. A lot of us knows a lot of things. That's why I started with a bag of tricks. We are skilled people. We are intelligent people. We have the necessary gifts. But sometimes those gifts are not really serving our true calling. And our true calling is to be able to live the life that has been created for us. And we know it. We just need to rediscover it. And the biggest thing that's difficult to put down are the peace. Not peace. It's peace. It's pride. It's ego. It's arrogance. It's self-entitlement. That's the most difficult thing that you need to drop. Because once you drop that, you will come into a space of consistently reaching out for help to be able to become a better person. So I may ask, what's the most difficult thing that you need to pull down? And what are the things that you are sacrificing if you're not going to put that down? Because if you want to live a life that's meaningful and fulfilled, all of the things that you know that works, those are the ones that the difficult things that you need to let go. Remember the Rubik's Cube? Coach A has been sharing this for the last couple of classes on us on the last 13 days of our journey with her inside the upskill. For those coaches who want to know what the Rubik's Cube is, feel free to reach out with the community managers and ask how you can join. But this angel started to help me solve my Rubik's puzzle. What took 43 quintillion different combinations for me to solve alone took only 20 moves or less with that angel support. I realized how life can be so easy. And that complexity is the reason why we struggle and quit easily. How often do you quit? And if you're a father and a mother, how will that behavior, that mindset influence your children? Is that something that you would want to, or your children to inherit? If we have the right people to give us the transformation, then we can live a life without thinking about the judgment, about the rejection, about what other people would say. Because the life that we live, the life that is intended for us is there. It's there for us to grab. But we only need to make a decision. There are two types of road. There's a road traveled, and there's also a road less traveled. And that one, the road less traveled, makes all the difference. While a lot of people continue the path to wherever they're going, there's another way. A road less traveled that's waiting to be discovered. People will choose the path that is easy. Well, sometimes it's great to be comfortable, right? But most often, the easy path is not what gives us the happy ending. Success is measured not by the end. Success is measured by what you learned before it ends. So if you are in a crossroad where your heart is looking for something, let us connect. It can help you discover what's the hidden item. Because when you have someone to find what you are looking for during this time of uncertainty, you'll definitely have the clarity and remain focused with the life you want to see. I am Coach Sean. So if you need any support, that is my webpage. And that is it for my talk. Thank you.
Wow, Coach Sean.
Yes.
That's really
That was-
beautiful. Yeah.
That was so powerful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It-
that was so powerful. And I love the life coach dad. I love that. The title life coach dad. Coach Sean, well, I was listening to your sharing. Yeah, it was what really struck me was when you said about the bag of tricks, in that we are skilled and experts in different fields, but then there is really that one thing that can just like organize, if I may use the term organize, or curate
Yeah.
it in such a way that all these things will just make sense. And it's not that that some gifts and talents or skills cannot be used, but it's really a matter of just putting them all together so we can serve our purpose and calling. And for me, of course, the angel that I had in mind was, of course, Coach A, and really life coaching as well, the profession, because it has really served us, like me, personally, in the way that you shared it. It resonated with me, Coach Sean. Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing here is really coming to a space, as what our master coach has been teaching us ever since, is humility and obedience.
Obedience.
Is having that,
Yep.
lowering those things that you know that doesn't serve you. I mean, I have been working for the corporate for more than 14 years, and I thought that the skills that I had during that time was the one that is who I am. But you can only go a long way of living that kind of life. And I started journeying, I think it was 3 years ago, where I realized, hey, something is missing in my life. And I know I know there's a lot of people there. I talked to a lot of clients as well that has the same challenge. And really the fear there is what will other people say? I think that's one of the biggest things that we need to overcome in our lifetime. And this profession for me, has significantly shifted the way I see things. I see life, because life can always be so great, right? We always make things so complicated.
Mm,
We
mm.
think that being complicated with a lot of words, highfalutin words,
Words.
would give us the attention that we deserve. But
Yeah.
when it come into a relation, you
Yes,
don't really
yes.
need that. What you need is the attention of your now. And
Mm.
if you live in the now, you enjoy life.
Yeah.
Mm.
That's really beautiful. Coach Sean, I really would like to appreciate you in showing the one. Because one of the things that he found in the box is a one that has magic. And taking that into perspective, there is a really powerful things that we did discover using that one. I'm looking at this pen right now. Looking at this is my one. Looking at if I will have the same one that you have discovered before I get into this position, I might be eaten with the power of this one. Because certainly people will really have to see opportunity that there is right now that they want to grab it. Like there's a power in it. But the question is, how ready are you to be responsible to the power that you have in your mind?
Mhm.
And it just show us that this powerful thing, either when you discover it, it can eat you up. Instead of you gaining control of this, it's gaining control of your desire because it's already controlling you. And
Yeah.
now I'm seeing that each and everyone has a powerful one that is waiting to be discovered by the help of coach, especially coach Sean, as he mentioned. When you found that kind of power that is waiting to unleash in the kind of maturity and growth and transformation at the given time, you will really do spectacular things with the one when you control its
Yeah.
power to the fullest. So I really appreciate that, Coach Sean. Really, thank you.
And I think it's emphasizing as well the message of our master coach A on the importance of our readiness for that environment. And I think that's where the power of life coaching is also in, because we think that we're ready for that life, but when we're there, we thought that everything is stacked up correctly. But when you arrive there, everything just falls down. And I think for Coach Ed, for Coach K, for Coach Bill, and the rest of the certified life coaches, that's really who we are. That's
Mm,
how we serve people. It's to put you in a perspective of readiness, that
mm,
when you start to move in towards that environment, it's ready for you. And I love what you said, Coach Ed. It's everyone, yeah, every one of us really has a magic wand,
one. Yeah.
but we use it unintentionally. I think that's the word. I mean, it's there, but the intention, the clarity, and and that is something that's been missing for everyone. And I think during this time of community quarantine, I think that's one thing that we really need, is to just
Mhm.
have that direction. And
Mm.
we're here. We're always consistently here to serve all those people watching. If you are watching, I know everyone is quiet right now in the chat. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened, but we are here to support you. We're here to help you during in your transition, in your journey. You just need to start reaching out. I mean, there's nothing bad that could happen. The worst thing that could happen is you fail. The best thing that could happen is you succeed and achieve your goal.
Mm.
Right,
That's
Coach
really
Bill?
good. Mhm.
Yep. Ako, I really wanna express how beautiful the peace. I mean, like, sometimes I'm not sure, pero maybe ako yung isa, one of the guys na narinig talaga before. Ano lang tatlo lang the P, E, and A, and then and then meron yung S. And actually, I will focus in sa S. So to as a recap, Coach Sean presented as the peace, the pride, the ego, arrogance, and of course yung additional, yung bago is just the self entitlement. And we had this one conversation with Coach Sean, and no, it's very striking to me yung self entitlement na yun. And One of the question kaya na binigay ni Coach Sean was like, what's the hardest thing na i-drop ba in the four, right? That's how I get it, and the self entitlement yung parang like on top of my mind. And Coach Sean, like I really wanna na ask you this question, or like ask your point on this. Um, the self entitlement, mom, most of the time is like a product of the hard work mo. Like you started to do hard work to gain a specific skill, and then you're on top of that because you've gained that skill. Then maybe then doon maybe pumapasok yung self entitlement. That's how I see it. Like how can how can you really like manage or drop, I don't know, like that factor of the self entitlement? Because in me, I really know and me personally believe that self entitlement doesn't serve me really on my journey right now. Like what's your ano po, like how do you manage or drop, or paano mo siya kinombat, like the self entitlement part po?
What's that one thing that self entitlement on that specific area is fulfilling?
Mm-hmm.
And if you let go of that self entitlement, what will you gain? Because you're always gonna have a better, you're trading something for something, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's a reality. But if you're trading for something that you will benefit in the long term, which one would you rather choose? And
Yeah.
how is that self entitlement treating you? Are you the one in control, or is it the one controlling you?
Hmm.
Yes. Yes.
Because at the end of the day, yeah, of course, we need to celebrate our wins.
Mm-mm.
But the challenge of being self entitled is I need to have this. I need to receive this. I need to have this. But we know most of the time, all our expectations of other people are not met.
Yeah.
So you will live in two
Hmm.
worlds. Would you rather live in a space, as Master Coach Kendra shared, that you are in control? Or would you rather focus on the percentage that you are not in control?
And Coach Sean, I'd like to add to that, Coach Bill. In your case, I was listening. In your case, it's clear to you what entitlement means. But in my experience, personal experience, when I got into coaching, I was really surprised. Like the symptoms that I would call symptoms of entitlement, of pride, were even unknown to me. it
Mm.
was like it was like I just discovered that, oh, this is actually a symptom of entitlement. And like I was confused, like
Mm-mm.
about pride, and and then but in life
Yeah.
coaching, because we are allowed to journey really deep into our inner selves, and that's how we are able to surface the limitations. Actually, we're looking at it like the entitlement could be something like a reward. Like for me
Yeah.
before, it was like a reward, like something that you
Yeah.
really deserve. But in reality, when you look at it, it's actually, like in my case, it was in fact already impeding my growth, because it kind of put me in a space where, okay, I'm done, like I've reached at this point. I can do this, I can do that, the the things that have on us with entitlement. But I realized that there's really just so much more that I can become, that I can do more, only if I put that down, I put the pride down, and really just just have fun becoming a beginner, learning new things. And that's what life coaching about, to me, is all about. Like
Mm.
it's a restart. Yeah, journeying into the less
Let's
traveled
go
road,
travel.
as what Coach Sean. And it's so beautiful. It's, yeah, that's for me. I was just I wanted to capture that, like
Mm.
how clear are we with that? Like
Yeah.
how we relate with the things that limit us, which could be yun nga, which could be self-entitlement. Yeah.
Yeah. I think you need to clarify as well for the people who's watching is what does self-entitlement mean? Is it more of celebrating your wins? Or is it saying that, hey, I did this already. So you can't just tell me or push me around because I need the respect. But at the end of the day, right, if you're talking about respect, respect is gained. If you can't respect yourself, how can you respect others? So in that context, for the people who's watching, and I think if I position that in a perspective of parenting, if the children treat themselves as self-entitled, then the question there is, how is your children solving their own problem? Because self-entitlement means that I want this, I need this, help me with this. So they're not empowered and to take accountability for their own actions and inactions. So that's where the parenting, I've seen a lot of comments about from Coach Faye and Coach Glenda about parenting. It's critical that the parents really stop, pause, and be intentional of the kind of parenting that they're doing. Because the behaviors that we do create that peace. Our behavior as parents create the peace for our children. So if we're creating a better future for them, then we need to create a better future for us now.
Yes.
Because that's a borrowed times. It's a borrowed times, and eventually our children would take that time.
That's really good. And as Master Coach A mentioned, again and again, even coming in a posture of a coach or a parent, we can't sanitize the world for that specific, whether it is our son, our children, or our coachee. But what we can do is to strengthen their core, their belief, their values. So when they go out, the readiness will take place for them to take action and protect themselves, to be immovable, indispensable, and for them to have that kind of clarity of what they want and what they are going to be fighting for.
Yes.
All right? Yun. So thank you for that, Coach Sean. Currently,
and
we
you
have...
go back to the question again.
Yes. All right.
Let's read the comment.
Yes.
Go, Coach. Go.
All right.
I think
we have Coach Lenda with Coach Lenda. So I'll just read this and then we will announce raffle later. What led you feeling that I think Coach Glenda is giving questions for how to process it. Yeah, and
Yes,
what led you to the feeling that self-entitlement? Is that self-entitlement serving you well? If not, which is not, then what do you need to do that very thing that led you to feeling of self-entitlement?
Yeah. Still going back to you.
Okay. Okay, so I think we're gonna be drawing a raffle.
Wow.
I'm really excited. All right.
Okay.
So we're excited for everyone. There you go.
Yes.
This is the time where we're gonna give away the gifts that we have for everyone. And diba, Coach Ed, can you walk us through this wonderful tool?
Yes, this is a wonderful. This is, as you can see, we have our rolling stone right here that we will keep on rolling until we get a specific email address for those who have registered. All right. So currently, what we'll be giving away, we will be announcing it. All right. So, all right.
So, i-roll na ba natin?
Go. So, before that, let's get just let people get excited. Let's give them the prize first before we roll it out. All right.
Okay.
The prize would be, all right, let's wait it for our current managers to know what's the prize. Yes.
Coach Ed, can you again remind the audience how they can be part of this?
All right. You can be part of this raffle by clicking on the link that is on the
Description.
tagline or description of this input, and you can register there. So we can give you that kind of raffle. So we have already some of the names already here giving their email address.
Great.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So,
Game.
all right. We will give 250, all right, of GCash transfer for 2 person. All right.
Wow.
So let's start.
Yay.
Okay.
From-
First,
First winner
Go,
is
go, go. That's so exciting.
okay. I think it's Coach Lian. I think she is the first one. All right, Coach Lian Marie, or who's owning this, please send us an email or directly connect to Coach Rizal at 0917 586-1661. All right, so we can give you your prize. So let's roll it for the second one.
Oh, congratulations.
We have another winner, vickybat@yahoo.com. Ayan. You can also reach through us. You just message us. And I think we will be sending a confirmation of what you have won and just send it back to us as a confirmation. All right. So let's wait because we will be giving another one. Let's wait for our managers right now. What else can we give up while waiting?
And for the people who's watching, thank you very much for tuning in. We started our live at 10 a.m. this morning, and we're gonna be continuously broadcasting until 10 p.m. tonight. So if you're doing something afterwards and you need to do some housework, and once you're done, just tune in. We're still online and alive here and sharing to you live coaching and celebrating with you this day, which is
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Based on our management, coaches are not included in this raffle. So this is only for non-coaches. So this is just a practice. But again, we will just filling up the names. All right.
okay,
As
so
of the moment. Let's hold on for a second. So we will just validating it. All right. Yeah. Coach Colleen, I think, is also a coach right now.
yeah, Coach Colleen.
So I think we will gonna be checking this out first with the managers, and we will drawing it to finalize our winners. But again, we will give you the update shortly. So again, let's proceed first with our next speaker. I believe if this is the case, so we can finalize how we can make this happen.
Yeah.
So again,
Yeah.
yes, tune in. Go, Coach.
Tune in. For those who's watching, we're looking forward to giving the non-coaches these gifts, sending it with love from us, from the tribe, the community of certified life coaches here who are certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. And this is our sharing of our love during this Labor Day for those people who's hardworking, putting their time and effort to bring food on the table, and those loving moms who takes care of their children and cook sumptuous food. We're thankful for you guys, especially for the moms who's not being paid but a 24-hour job for them, labor of love. We're thankful for that, right, Coach Ed?
Yeah, and for that, again, Coach Sean, we really appreciate you in our tribe, and it's really a great contribution to have you on the floor. It's really a great reminder for everyone, for non-coaches, for entrepreneurs right there. Just tune in. We will be having Coach Jade next. So give us a second and she will be right up. See you.
Hello, good afternoon, Coach Jay. Thank you for joining us today.
Hello.
So we
Can you hear
have
me?
Coach Jade with us. Yes, Pa. Loud and clear.
Thank you.
All right. So we have Coach Jade who's gonna be sharing her insights with us. So we will give you 10 minutes, Coach, to share, and then we will have a 5-minute Q&A after. So take it
Okay.
away, Coach.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jane De Mesa. I'm a business consultant and a newly certified. I would say newly certified because I'm going my way through it. Certified life coach. Now, my background: I used to work for a multinational direct selling beauty company. I held several corporate positions, executive positions. So I started as a trainer, and then I moved my way up as a manager, and then eventually I became the head in the region. After 28 years of good service, I retired last year. I know, scary, right? Yes, I dealt with a lot of anxiety, especially separation anxiety. I also at times question myself, what is my self value? But all behind that, or behind all that, I appreciate the gift of time because I never had it before for 28 years. So I took that opportunity to bond with my family. I focus on wellness, I recharge. I want to gain new perspective. Maybe you ask me, why is it that I lasted my company for 28 years? Well, actually, I had a very good company. I believe in the vision. They give me the opportunity to grow. I meet a lot of people. I traveled. In fact, they also help fulfill my own dream. So at the same time, I also became a mentor and a coach to others. So in one of my happy days at home, I stumbled upon life coaching. I got an invitation. I saw it on Facebook. So to be honest, I always been curious about life coaching because my company once assigned me a life coach for a month, and I really appreciate how how intentional and empathic she is to help other people. So I also thought that maybe this will add my knowledge, widen my profile, and expand me into professional coaching. So I decided to join the session. I registered and then I got certified after several days. And I enjoyed a lot the session. In fact, what I really enjoyed was the company of different people who have different perspective from the people I worked before for 28 years. So after getting certified, I go back home. I marry that knowledge that I have in life coaching session and then go back to what I learned in corporate. And I had an aha moment that I think I should really transition and get transformed again. I've been a product of life transition and transformation, including my career. And I believe that transformation is a continuing process. Uh, Transformation ends when you die. I think it's a continuing process for me. So, so now I'm working on my new transformation to become a life coach, actually. I'm still new to it. And my mission is to put in good use the knowledge and experience that I have for 28 years. Now, shortly, because we want to look into breakthrough today, let me share who are the people I coached before, some tips. And of course, these are also the same people that, I want to cover or become my life or my next market as a life coach. So actually, I engage with two type of transformation seekers in my previous job. The first one are the entrepreneurs, And the second one are the corporate career seekers. So let me discuss first about the corporate career seekers, or the entrepreneur. Now, there are actually two types of entrepreneur I work with. The first one are the startup entrepreneurs. They are the ones who are selling the product that our company have, and they want to eventually gain financial freedom. The other one are those who already gained success in their business, and this time they wanted to have higher purpose in life, to help others. So let me discuss first the two different type of entrepreneurs that I work with. But actually, these are all women, men, students, employees, and some of them are just hobbyists. So the first one is that the startup. You know, my tip to that, if you're a startup entrepreneur, is that to really have self-appreciation. Appreciate the natural skills and talent that you have as a business person. After that, you have to find what is the gap in your skills to become a good business person or entrepreneur. Having that, you have to learn new information, learn new technology to really excel as an entrepreneur. And of course, third is to take action. You know, when you take action as a new entrepreneur, you have to start small. Sabi nga nila, eat only what you can chew first. But if you already gain knowledge or success in what you are doing, that's the time you start to expand your business. Okay? Now, let's go back to the other entrepreneur. These are the ones who gain success and really want to expand or be an expert or become an inspiration in the field, helping others. Now, for this type of entrepreneurs, since they are already expert, they have to be a mentor already. They have to spot a talent in their team so that they can duplicate their skills to others, and that is also for continuity of business. The second thing that I'd like to have or share is that, you know, if you are a mentor, you have to walk the talk. You have to do the things that your team is doing as well. Don't just lead them. You have to do it yourself. And the last thing is that you have to continuously explore new skills, technology, so that your expertise will shine. So those are the tips that I have or share for the entrepreneurs that I work with. Now, the other thing is that there are also career opportunity seekers in my team before. Now, usually in the setup in my previous company, they are my direct reports, mostly managers. They are the one who mobilize the entrepreneurs in the field. Now, I tell you, these people are so talented, energetic, dynamic. They want training. They demand training. And in fact, they love to win but hate to lose. Okay? So if you are that kind of career seeker, you have to have a good coach. Now, what are my tips for this kind of career seekers? Now, very, very simple. Una muna, if you work in a corporate setup, don't just work and enjoy what you're doing. You have to contribute. Hindi enough yung, masaya naman ako. You really have to contribute to the company so that they will see you. The other one is that be a team player. In a corporate setup, you can never be a leader if you are not a good follower. And the third one, have the eagerness to learn. Ibig sabihin, think out of the box, be different so people can notice you or will notice you. Okay? And finally, my suggestion is really to learn the language in your office. What does it mean? It means you have to learn how to communicate your way to other people. Security guard man yan, si ate man yan, or di kaya yung people in other department, you have to know to communicate. But most especially, you have to communicate well with your boss. You know, in my previous company, I have seen all my direct report happy. In fact, most of them are already promoted right now. And believe me, they are still in my previous company. All of them are still there. So, however, let me say that in coaching or in the process of transition and transformation, it's not all bit of roses. There are failures, and you have to expect it. That is why, if there are failures, again, you have to go back to the basic to transition yourself and to transform again. That's what happened to me. I also feel or experience a lot of failure, frustration, helplessness. I experience all that. That's why I said I'm a part or a product of life transition and transformation. So if I may talk about how I coach and what are my process in coaching. Well, first of all, I listen intently, but I can also spot what is honest or what is honesty. I expect people to always be responsible in what they're doing because we cannot only blame it or we can just blame it. Now, I did not get promoted because, I am shy. I didn't learn all that. You have to do and take action about the things that you need to do. You have to be responsible of your own career. And then one thing I learned is that in corporate or anything that you do in entrepreneurship, you have also to plan for failure. I always plan for failure. Because if you don't anticipate failure and you don't plan for it, then you get panic. You cannot easily go back in the top. And finally, my process in coaching is not really structured. I might look like one, but at this time, I'm done with pressure for 28 years. So I work with fun. No, I have participated in a lot of people's transformation, and I myself is a product of it. I had a coach, I was coach, and now I intend to become a coach myself for people who need to transform or transition into other career, be it business and entrepreneur, or seek a higher career position in corporate setup. So that's all for me.
Thank you, Thank you so much, Coach Jade, for the sharing. So, indeed, the pressures that we have in the corporate is sometimes too much to handle, and
Yeah,
it
true.
stresses you out and affects your mental health. But if we can describe in one word life coaching, what do you think is the best value or the best result that life coaching can give to a person in
Uh,
whatever transition?
yeah, that's true. Now, before I didn't know about the fact or what is the process of coaching. I just do it, and some people do it to me. But
Mm-mm.
if you have the knowledge, you already have the edge and the opportunity. But coaching really direct you to the right direction. It will ease up your way to it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. It's
Um,
really making the transition easier.
Yeah,
yeah.
it makes the transition easier, and you gain more success in doing it by rather than not doing it with any direction or motivation, because in coaching we also
Mm,
motivate people to take action.
yeah. Yeah. Um, Coach Jade, you told well ago na that you're coaching entrepreneurs. Like,
Yeah,
can you give us how the way of like kasi sinabi mo rin na you have your own way of coaching to them, and then
yeah.
you don't have even you don't have the structure. Can you tell us or like describe to us paano po nakaka-apekto the current situation we have right now? Like we have this COVID, we're celebrating Labor Day online, we're not, like hindi tayo nasa labas. So like how this current situation affecting or like impacting the way you coach these entrepreneurs na nasasabi niyo kanina?
Well, I always just weeks ago I received some calls because there are some entrepreneurs like their business are not essential. I'm just giving a background, but what type of entrepreneur this person I talked to last week. Her business is not actually one of the essentials, but she wanted to help. She wants to open because she wants to help other people.
Mhm.
And in that process, you can see really the challenge nowadays with this one. I think if you are an entrepreneur, and especially if you're a small, medium enterprise, you have to accept first that we have this challenge right now. And then the second thing is that you have to wait because there are only two things that you can choose. It's either you want to earn more or protect your people. Some people said that by earning more, you also help other people a lot. But first, what is in your conscience? Do you really want to help other people or protect your own people? So you have to weigh both, no? So for that person who asked me, I told this person that, what is your intention in your heart? What is that you want to do because you want to open? It's dangerous. And she said, I really want to be part of the process of helping people. So I told her my advice was that you can open when it's already safe, because that will also protect your people. And you have to go into a process wherein you have services, you provide services that is also safe for both customers and your staff. So did I answer that question?
Yes, coach, that was a great insight for, especially for businesses who's gonna transition as well, or who really needs help at this time, because a lot of businesses are closing, so they might be in a panic on what's gonna happen next to them. So this is the time that you can really benefit from talking to a life coach, because the results that you want, despite the pandemic or despite our current situation, can really help you move forward with what's happening with the economy. So for the last question, we have a question from Coach Candy. What's the biggest concrete transformation that life coaching brought about in your life, and how did it transform you?
Well, a lot of things, I started as a child being the silent type. All of I have a brother and a sister older than me. I'm the youngest. They are always the ones who excel in school. So I grew up saying, in my mind, I said, I have this talent. I can even do better than them. But somebody who I was also bullied at when I was younger, because I was too silent. I was too tall. I don't know. Children are crazy sometimes. So when I was there, I was thinking in myself, I can do better than other people. I can do that, but I hate to speak. I hate to be in the limelight. So what happened to me was really a transition and transformation. When I entered college, that was the transition in my life. And having no one beside me that pushed me to really transition into a different person and a better one. So I started anew. So I see the transition started there. I started anew. I started a new hobby. I started to build my personality. I started to study harder. I get leadership award, which I never really had when I was in an elementary school or in high school. So I built up the transformation there. So I think the biggest transformation in myself started when I was in college. When I contributed more, the more I contribute to others, it fuels me to transition myself to be even better. So when I entered also the corporate where I am now, that was also the same process. I went through a different ladder of position, and every position that I'm climbed to, I have to transition myself, and I have to transform myself to be better. So it's a continuing process, as I said. You have to transition. First, before you can transition, you really have to accept the fact of who you are at the time. Because I remember when I was a trainer and then I was promoted as a manager, I was the best trainer. That's why they promoted me. But then again, when I became the manager, I am now a manager. I am like the newest one. I am the one who has all the insecurities again. So parang bumalik sa simula ulit when I was still new in the company. So, but then that is the process really in our life. Every time we learn something new and we want to move up, you have to transition and you have to transform again.
There you go. There you go. Thank you so much, Coach Jade. Finally, we were able to really hear Coach Jade her
Thank you.
sharing. So to everyone out there who's looking for results or needs help with how to transition, especially in this time that a lot is in panic or is anxious about what's gonna happen next with our economy, and some have businesses that are not really able to get the grasp of what happened, you can connect with us. So Coach Jade, can you tell them how they can connect with you?
I don't have my Facebook page yet.
Yeah.
But you can reach me through the team to Coach A Community. I have my Facebook there, and you can message me directly. I also closely coordinate with Coach Jasmine So if somebody wants to hear from me or want my services, they can also contact her. But I have my personal Facebook in the team within the community.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Jade. Hope to hear
Thank
from you
you.
again and hope to meet you soon. So, Coach Bill, anything else? No sound.
Thank you po, Coach Jade, and ano ba, like the question, and then I really want to ano pa tawag dito, like really to emphasize the transition and transformation. Transformation will always be a continuous process, and Coach Jade really captured us naman yung phrase na yun. And thank you for Coach Jade for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach Jade. See you there. All right. So, up next, we have Coach Marife. She's actually a wellness coach, but she will introduce herself more later on. So, Coach Bill, get ready for Coach Marife.
Nawala ako. Get ready for segment.
Wala, takot ka naman agad.
Our viewers out there, yun. So like, be ready for Coach Marife for next, the next speaker po natin. So yun.
Yeah. Hello. Good afternoon, Coach Marife.
Hi, good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Congrats, you opened your new wellness center today, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, I was able to reopen.
All right.
Yes.
So we have Coach Marife who will be sharing her insights today. We will give you 10 minutes, Coach, and then 5 minutes for the Q&A. Take it away.
Okay, hi everyone. This is Coach Marife, and I am by background I am an RN, a registered nurse. For 22 years, I've worked in the hospital, and I decided to change career after Typhoon Yolanda devastated my hospital. So I am a trained wellness coach, and currently I am a practicing professional certified life coach by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. So, uh, life coaching for me I think before I became a life coach, before becoming a life coach, I thought I knew me. I thought I knew me. And I just realized that after, undergoing the certification, I felt being unboxed. So I went into the certification class in 2019, January of 2019, being the second batch of life certification here in Tacloban City. So while undergoing the certification, I felt like I was being unboxed. I realized I was living in the belief system of the world, and I was actually trapped inside these beliefs. I never really know my true potential. Though I know I'm a leader, though I know I can accomplish things, but I realized that I never really knew what I truly believe and what I really want in life, uh, including my potential. Though I have an experience, as I've said, I've worked 22 years in the hospital. I realized that there are still plenty. That I still have lots of potentials and giftings that I have yet to discover. Becoming a life coach allowed me to ease out a little, and ease out little by little from the box that I was contained. I discover what love. The biggest learning that I got in the certification is that I learned what love means. Love really means by how God wanted me to express love to others. And I realized I know what I know, and I do what I thought I know, because that is what I was raised in, and how society defines it. The more I became aware of me, I also learned to hear my voice and to hear my heart. I became more appreciative of my uniqueness and the uniqueness of others, as well as looking at people without really judging them. You are always, oftentimes than not, we always look at people and we have this perception already in our thought. So the certification allowed me a breakthrough. It allowed me a breakthrough to live a life, you know not really a life free from struggles, but being able to go through the different challenges with more courage, because I knew I was created to overcome. That was really my biggest breakthrough. I was created to overcome. I was I was for the at the beginning of time, I knew that I was made ready to overcome. I was made ready to overcome. But since I didn't know it, I struggled. I struggled on a daily basis, accepting people, accepting situation as it is. I believe life coaching was able to bridge my design and my reality. I started my, this quarantine season, I started my appreciation journey. And this was because I was more aware. I was more aware of me and the space that I was in. I believe that not knowing who you are, if you do not know who you are, you become less accepting of other people. You become less accepting of your mistakes. And life coaching allowed me to become aware of me and the space I was in. Okay, and I am in currently right now. Not knowing who you are will not really lead you to your dream, okay, or what you want in life. Many are going through the motion, going through the flow of their life, not really knowing why or where the flow is going, di ba? Parang you just wake up and you just do things, but you don't really know what is it really that you want in life. I believe each one needs to journey. I believe each one needs to journey to go back to self discovery. And I call it self discovery 101. Because this is the basic foundation. This is the basic foundation of journeying towards your purpose. I mean, can one really answer the question, what am I here on earth for? What am I here on earth for? Once this is answered to me, okay, once this is answered, the path towards the purpose can easily be found. As life coaching, life coaching, as a life coach, this is to me an exciting journey to discover me, to discover why do I react that way? Why did I think of that way? Why do I feel this way? It's exciting to be processed, even if it hurts. It's exciting to be processed, to go through the process. I have so much experience being processed by Coach K Sabala, and and of course Coach Adet Purto. I am their client, so it's exciting to go towards the journey. And I want, it's my desire that I want everyone, especially my clients, to undergo this kind of journey. I mean, every human being is created with a purpose, right? Every human being is created with a purpose. But again, because all of us has been buried by the noise of the world. All of us has been buried by the noise of the world. We got lost in what we have found. We got lost in what we have found in the world, and you need to find you. You need to find you. And when you get back yourself, you get back to yourself, get hold of yourself, of who you are, and you can also find your true strength. I believe that when you know who you are, you will find your new strength, you will find your courage, and you can answer, what you are here for in earth. As the famous poet Pablo Coelho said, we are created with a gift. We are each created with a gift. We put meaning into our lives if we learn to give this gift. But how can a man give such gift if he doesn't really know he has it, right? So each man is a gift bearer. That is what I know. That's what I really truly believe in. We are a gift bearer. And that's the question I want to pose with everybody and even to my clients. What is it in you that is needed by the world? What is in you? What is in your hand that is needed by the world? So, as a life coach, I want to journey with my clients. I want to journey with them to self-discovery 101, to discover themselves, to journey together. It's a wonderful self-discovery. So, for me, I would like to tell everyone who's kind of struggling right now, trying to find who they are and what they want in life, hop in with me. Come on, hop in with me. Let us go into this wonderful self-discovery and find out how amazing you are created. So that's just my message, Coach Bill and Coach A. Amazing. We are all created amazing, and I'm so excited to each one being in a box, just like me.
Wow, thank you. Oh, thank you po, Coach Marife. And yung pinaka like the first na na-capture ko is really the self-correcting part. Like you start
Yes.
validating yung thoughts, your about ano na like ano ba tawag kasi dito? We're starting to become proactive instead of reactive.
Yes.
And
Yes.
it is something
Yes.
like that, yeah. And it's good. And then of course, it's still a process, but the awareness how important to know ourselves in order for us to
Yes.
do the purpose. And yeah,
Yes.
thank you, Coach Marife, for reminding us yung message. Coach K?
Okay. I hope you can hear me. There's a little bit of
I can,
problem with my connection.
I can hear you, Coach K. I can hear you.
Okay, Coach Marife. Thank you for sharing your heart for the transformation. Coach Marife, I have a question. After the journey that you shared with us, like when you think of moving forward, like as we go to the new world right now, what is the ultimate mindset that you will carry with you? The ultimate mindset that will make you thrive as you go out to the new world.
Well, to me, I believe I'm created for victory. I am created to overcome. That's what I've said. That's built in with me, and since I have discovered that, and I'm continuously discovering it, I believe, whatever challenges may come my way, we cry, we will have some frustration a little, but I know I'll get back on my feet, pick up the pieces, and move forward because I know I am created to overcome. That's the mindset, Coach K. That's the mindset.
Mm. I love that, and I was thinking, and it reminded me of your sharing of your true north.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah. Yeah, I discovered my true north on the 13 days. My true north on the
Yeah.
13 days
Oh,
of
congrats
virtual
po. Yes,
training.
yes.
Yeah.
Uh,
How was the journey, Coach, for the
Yeah,
13 days? What
It
yes.
were
was
the
really,
discoveries?
yeah, it was not just a mind, mind has been opened, but also my heart. And I knew that True North was there eh. Hindi ko lang siya mapangalanan, but then I found out as the 13 days went through, ito pala, this is me, this is what I believe in, and this is my, just like I'm always, I would, if I think of the True North, I would think of the Bethlehem star, where the kings, the three kings followed, and that's how I picture it in my mind. So that yun ang sinusundan ko. So my true north is the sovereignty of God in my life.
Wow.
That what yeah, that God is sovereign. Whatever it's going to happen, it's what He has designed for me is gonna happen. And second is I have the gift. I am created to have this gift to be able to touch the world, to be able to share to other people, and that I am destined to really overcome. I am destined to overcome because I have this gift. And that's the purpose, to give this gift. And life coaching has allowed me to have a platform for sharing that gift. So yun the life coaching is it is honing me, it is allowing me to bloom, seeing my gift outside, but at the same time it also provides for me to to just share my gift. So that's why I'm just excited to be a life coach and doing life coaching as well.
very,
Yep,
very
amazing journey.
beautiful, Coach Tin.
Yeah, amazing
Yeah.
journey. And I really love the part where she was able to unbox my. So we hear two boxes now. Kanina with Coach
Oo
Sean and
nga,
with
oo.
Coach Marife. So
Actually,
ito
yes.
really unboxing yourself on the last 30. Same with what is happening to us. We are
Mhm.
able to unbox the strengths that we have, or having those weaknesses but working on it. So a work in
Yeah.
progress
Yes.
there.
Yeah.
So thank you so much, Coach. You have any
Thank
more
you po.
questions? All right. So thank you so much for joining us today, Coach Marife.
Yes.
Our next
Thank you for
speaker
having
will,
me.
yeah. So our next speaker will be
Thank you,
Coach Lee.
Coach.
Yes, thank
So we
you.
will
God
be
bless.
back. Po. Hello. Good afternoon, Coach Colleen. Can you hear us?
Hello.
Yes.
Yes,
So
yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
yes,
Opo.
loud and
Yes,
clear.
perfect. Good
There.
afternoon.
So our next speaker po is Coach Colleen. She will be sharing with us her insights or her journey with the life coaching process. And Coach, you are given 10 minutes. Then after the 10 minutes, we will do the 5 minutes Q&A. Take it away.
Okay, hello, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Coach C. I would like, my name is actually Colleen, but I would like to be known as Coach C. I'm a certified life coach from the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. I was certified in batch 29, like last August 20 last year. Okay, so actually, what I wanted to share is about my life and how life coaching transformed me. Okay, so actually, I've been married for 10 years. My husband and I are currently enjoying ourselves together here at home during quarantine. But then, we don't have a child, so we are a childless couple. And there's this stigma about being childless, especially for a woman. Um, Especially with our culture na it is when you get pregnant, it is expected na dapat, uy, asan na asawa mo? Or kung wala pa, medyo kailan ka magpapakasal? Ganyan. And then, of course, in the same way, pag may asawa ka, when you are married and you have a husband, it is always expected that you will have your own child. Okay? And for the longest time, I was always dreading going to gatherings with friends and with families because I'm always expecting the questions of kailan ka magkakaanak or ilan na anak mo, and parang you don't really know what to answer those questions. So so instead of going out, instead of meeting new friends, developing relationship, I just want to stay home and do things I wanted, like reading, and sometimes there's no productive meaning really to what I do that time. Okay. Because for me, bearing my own child or children, actually when we got married, we actually wanted to have a big family. I came from a family of just two kids, so just me and my sister and my father and my mother. So I want to have a big family, and that is my dream for when I got married. But we waited, and so far wala, ayun. And then but for me, bearing my own child or children is the ultimate proof that I am a true, genuine, and real deal woman. Okay, it is where I have anchored my value, my worthiness as a woman and as a human being. And not having one after so many years and in so many ways. We tried several ways. We spent our savings trying several ways. And it is really a very big blow to my ego. I'm not really sure with my husband because actually that time I was so engrossed in myself, in my own suffering, in my own frustration. Actually, I was not just frustrated. I was devastated because everything that I have dreamed of, the future that I have been preparing for, like, di ba minsan nag-work ka, you work, you strive to level up in your own company, you you strive to have big savings because you wanted to provide a good future for your kids, okay? But all of those got lost, or they are not going to be fulfilled, okay? So I come to a point to question my life's purpose. What is the purpose of my life if I will not bear a child? What is the value? What is my value to the society if I cannot bear a child? Okay. If there's anyone there who can relate, you know that help is available. Okay. And then before I've learned about life coaching, the only way I know how to cope with this is through external means. Okay. I try to add value to myself through the things that I buy, through the things that I possess. So I buy expensive things. I spend money for some things that I think will give me my value. Um, I hoard material things. If you can see on my back, I do have a lot of things, although they are books and they are useful for me. But most of them I haven't read them yet. Um, so done. But yes, I hoard things because in my thinking, I was believing that the more I possess, the more expensive things I have, the more valuable I am. Okay. I also tried controlling people. Okay? Since ang baba nga ng self-worth ko, parang I want everybody to like me. So I am always I try hard, so very hard to please people. Okay, which is I think one of the things that hindering me from really breaking through when it comes to building relationships with my office mates, ganyan. Because I try to please that sometimes as a leader, it's not really helping grow the team. Okay, so I wanted so much for the world to change so I can feel worthy. Okay, but then a year and a half ago, I encountered life coaching. I I heard about life coaching, and I really master my courage to reach out to Coach Res. Actually si Coach Res yung una kong nakausap sa phone, I asked about Master Coach A teaching, ganyan. And then she it's actually about the certification, but then during that time I said I think I'm not ready yet for the certification. Maybe I just want to attend one of Master Coach A's talk. And then I came often. I frequented the CAP that time because Master Coach A is having her talks there. So, and slowly, bit by bit, I saw an improvement in myself. Okay, and I cannot tell you enough how life coaching has transformed me. If I have not encountered life coaching, if I have not been coached, if I wasn't able to talk to someone, at this time you won't see me here. I might be still hiding here at home, doing the things that I don't want to do, living a life that I hate to live. But through life coaching, I learned how to believe in my self worth. Through life coaching, I have discovered and experienced that to have a lasting and ingrained sense of self worth, we don't need to look outside of us. Through life coaching, sabi nga ni Coach K, I changed my perspective and my world changed. And now I am doing the things that I want to do, having the relationships that I treasure, and I'm living the life that I love to live. So, as a life coach, my mission is to help people believe in themselves, believe in their worth as a person, so that they can make the best out of the resources that they have to create a life that they love to live. And I want to do this through life coaching with primary focus on mental and emotional empowerment. Through my mission and through life coaching, I want to honor and glorify my Lord, who loved me unconditionally and have shown to me my true worth by equally recognizing and honoring that value in each and every one of you, and share with you this experience of living a life that you love. Why? Because I believe that we are all absolutely worthy. Thank you.
Grabe, ang ganda nung I really like the ending of Coach Colleen that everyone is absolutely worthy. I think Coach A has commented earlier that sometimes you have a stigma for childless women, which is really sometimes I think of it as so unfair because a family can still be the man and the wife. No,
Yes.
it's possible that it's still a family. So you still have your parents, you still have your. But sometimes there's really a stigma when people see it that you have no children and you have been married for a while because we have friends like that who have not been married and I do feel you, coach, because they always share with me that it hurts them to go out because people would always ask, when are you gonna have kids? And it's like they've
Correct.
been married for 10 years. And so sometimes they just choose to stay home and just enjoy each other's company. So really sometimes people can really be so judgmental. I mean, 'di ba? Parang what's the point? But we really cannot control what other people would say. It would really depend on how we see it and how we accept it because at the end of the day, we are absolutely
Worthy.
worthy of
Yes.
whatever it is that God has prepared for us. So, Coach,
Correct.
with Coach K, do you have a question for Coach Clean?
That was so powerful. And I'm just reading here some of the comments. Coach A said naiyak daw siya, naiyak ako. And then we have here Erica Aradillos. She's sending heart. Then Coach
Hello,
Maureen.
Erica.
Uh, yeah. So yeah, that was a very powerful sharing, Coach Colleen. And Coach, how can you be reached?
Ako,
How can you be contacted?
okay.
If someone needs your help.
Okay, so actually I have a Facebook page. Medyo ngayon pa lang ako i-start mapanood yung FB group challenge that we did last year. So I did my page first before creating the group, but you can search it. It's actually named Absolutely Worthy. Okay. But that page I just started it, so wala pa siya masyado talagang post. There, and then actually here then sa group natin sa Coach A coaching community, you can search for my name. It's actually Colleen Capino Bercasio ang nakalagay na pangalan pa diyan. Yon.
Okay. And I just would like to read another message from Coach A. So she said here, you can be a parent to children not of your own blood. We are
Yes.
actually a big family. We have members by blood.
And and
And
actually
also that.
yes, if I can add,
All
what I
right.
before kasi I was always because I'm dreaming to have a kid. So we're getting medical treatment to have kids. So I was always preparing for the eventuality that I have kids. But that's what I've discovered, that it limited me from really expanding because I just see one path. So now that I let go and let God do whatever He wants to do with me, okay, mas lumaki, mas nag-expand yung view ko on what I can do, who I can reach, and I really try to parang connect with other people na dati hindi ko ginagawa kasi parang feeling ko tatanungin lang nila ako, kailan ka magkakaanak? Ganyan. But now parang I have this peace inside me which life coaching has taught me that I have this peace inside me that even if people will always ask me like that, there's actually nothing wrong with them. It's not their fault, diba? I mean, that's what our culture is. And hindi ko siya rin pwedeng sabihin na wag naman kayong ganyan, nasasaktan ako. Why? Because they don't really mean to hurt you. What they mean is to kumustahin ka, and it's really minsan nga 'di ba ang dami-dami na nilang suggestion, bakit hindi kayo mag-ampon, bakit ganto, bakit ganyan, 'di ba? Na may mga dati before I've known life coaching, I would be hurt by that na parang ay trinay na namin yan, hindi talaga pwede. Pero ngayon parang I accept it as their form of showing love for me, and it's actually this is where I actually develop or although nasa kailangan pa rin na mai-polish, but the compassion. I've learned to have compassion first for myself because I was always beating myself up na ano ka ba, wala kang kwenta, wala kang anak, wala kang ano, ganyan. And pero yun nga, I've learned through life coaching na to be compassionate on myself and also compassion for other people that they don't really mean to hurt you. It's just that that is the way that they want to show concern to you or their love for you. So,
Yeah. Ako na like,
Wala si Coach Vin.
yeah, Coach Colleen, honestly, thank you for being vulnerable and thank you for that story. Me personally, it's really ano ba, this is one of the perks. Like ano bang mas magandang term, like a perks of really having yung mga ganitong type of event online, like listening to other stories because yeah, this is my realization right now. Coach Colleen team dun sa Lashay ended it na all of us has like worthy. And I mean, of course, most of our coaches, we have that like a theme of, like a theme of parang ito yung theme, ito yung package, ito yung para, ito yung goal, ito yung parang message ko. But then you're going to start to see saan nanggagaling yung word na worthy. Then we have, dito magba-branch out, so we have different stories, tapos nakikita mo siya, ganun. And the power of acceptance, it's really, sobra ko siya mako-connect a bold action to acknowledge your worthiness. And thank you for sharing, Coach Kila. I have no question. Sobrang masaya ako. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for sharing also kung paano ka ma-reach out because I really believe one person out there really watching right now kailangan yung story mo.
And actually parang that's what also that's what also driving me to be vulnerable parang in front of the camera na parang if I can only reach one person and help that one person feel worthy, parang
Yes.
ayos na.
Kota na, panalo.
Kota na.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sige.
Ayun. So, it's really, alam mo, I'm still amazed. And I was really touched kanina kung si Coach A naiyak, somehow ako ay muntik ka nang maiyak. Kasi I could really feel the passion and how she said it. Especially when on the judgment part, feeling ko ako din na-judge. So, may ganun. Pero I think thank you, Coach Colleen, for being very vulnerable. And I know a lot can be blessed with your story because I know madami din pong mag-asawa dyan na matagal na magkasama pero hindi pa din nabibless ng anak. And sometimes they think they are not worthy of being parents That's why they are not given a child, but it's really not. In God's time, it will come. So thank you so much for joining us today, Coach. And up next, coaches, we have Coach Sheila. Thank you so much, Coach.
Bye-bye.
Thank
See you.
you.
Hello.
Hello, Coach Sheila.
Hello,
Good
good
afternoon.
afternoon. Happy Labor Day.
Yeah.
And happy Labor Day, Coach Sheila.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We can. All right, so we have Coach Sheila up next. She will be sharing us her insights or her journey about life coaching. And Coach Sheila, you have 10 minutes to share your story. And after that, the 5 minutes will be our Q&A. So you can go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for this privilege. Good afternoon to everybody. Again, happy Labor Day. My name is Coach Sheila Brinosa Portillo. I am from batch 23, and my my journey of being a life coach started with my kid, my daughter, Simone, when she was diagnosed with autism at 1.5. Because I'm also a nurse, I used to work as an operating room nurse in Philippine General Hospital and then became an outpatient nurse in the pediatrics department, specializing on the developmental pedia. And when my daughter was diagnosed, that's where my journey started. Um, as a nurse, I had that fear, I had that worries, and I had that pressure because I need to help my child become as normal as she can be, as functional as she can be. And as a nurse, I know that the only way I can help my child is if I be the one to be hands on. Because um, therapies are there, yes. The doctors are there, yes, to help. But 24 hours of the child's life is left in the family, in the care of the family members. And so it is the continuation of the care, of the therapies, that is very important and significant in helping the child grow to his full potential. And so during that time, I am left with two decisions. First, I still go on with my career, have someone take care of my child, and just have the therapies. Be consistent with the therapies. Or, second, I do my early retirement, give up my career, and be the one to care for her. And I chose the second one, the latter. I resigned, I gave up my career, and I gave up my retirement. But in everything, if you give up something, you gain something. That's what I believe in life. And for me, the greater gain is my child's life. And so when I gave up my career, I took charge of her therapy. I studied, I did my research, and I followed each and every step that those professionals tell me what to do. And in the process, I gained three things. These are very, very significant. One, my child has gained her independence. He's now high functioning. And to top it all, she has her own business now that we never imagined she could achieve, because when she was diagnosed, her only word was mama, mama to everything. And she doesn't look at anybody. She has her own world. But now she joins the world. She socializes. She collaborates with people. And she's very jolly. She's free spirited. Second, I I gained my growth because as I was helping her, I didn't realize I was helping myself as well in the process because I was gaining knowledge. I was gaining new skills. And before, my fear is after my nursing career, what will happen to me? What's next for me? And then it happened. Because of this expertise, I was able to pass it on to other parents. I was able to help those parents who are also struggling. Those who cannot understand the behavior of your children, I was able to help them. And the third and the bonus part is I gained another career that I never thought I would enter to. Because during that time, last year, I was talking to my husband. I said, I want to go back to schooling. I want to take masters because Simone is okay already. And so perhaps I can have my own career now. So she said, okay, yes. And then one time he told me, you know what? Why don't you try the ADHD coaching? So, okay, I looked in the internet and sabi ko, sweetheart, that's in abroad. That's in the US. I cannot go there. And then, coincidentally, my niece got a message from Coach Paula, who is one of the coaches in the tribe. And she was inviting her. And so when my niece told me of this, and then we went to Decaf Coffee Republic to check it out. And then, lo and behold, after the next certification, I was there. I got certified. And that's when I started to train myself more. I started the coaching processing in my children. Because by now, they are already big kids. And so it is their emotional well-being that I am coaching them for. How to handle their emotions, how to respond, how to pause before responding. So these are the things that I gained. And at the same time, there's much more fulfillment. Fulfillment comes from seeing my child develop herself to her full potential. And then the second one is the fulfillment of seeing the results on these kids, on these families I'm helping. Seeing the kids progress fast because the parents are really doing what they need to do. Because the bottom line in special kids, it is the family. It is the support of the family. It is the care and love of the family that will help the child reach his full potential. And that's where I help them in that area. Because yes, they have the therapy, but they don't know what's the purpose of this therapy. How is it helping my child? And that's where I come in. I help them understand why such therapies are needed. I work with them, and then at the same time with the kids, because it is the love that they really need. And so I hope as a coach, I operate on two principles because these are kids. The principles of opening the curiosity of the child, because when a child is curious, the child will be interested to learn. Second, the child's happiness, because when the child is happy, he can create, he can think better. And whatever you put to him to learn, he's very much excited to learn because of that happiness. And that's the key. Those are the two principles I operate on when it comes to coaching kids. And the creative arts, because these kids are very creative. They're the most creative people in the world. And you just have to tap on it. And that's where I come in to help these parents. So life is a bliss, and having a special child is a gift. Why? Because these kids, they are the ones teaching us. It's not us teaching the kids. What are the teachings? They're teaching us to be more patient, to be more loving, to be creative. So that's why I go by the hashtag I am special. Because normal or special child you are, young or old, we are special. Because we come from the truth that we are created in the likeness and image of God, in His goodness. So, life with a special child is the most wonderful journey that I have experienced. And working with these families is the most fulfilling to me. Hearing the parents so happy. Hey, he's now looking at me. He's now talking to me. And that cannot be bought by money. No money can buy that happiness and that contentment, that accomplishment that the child has done. And all because you were there. The parents were there. The parents were the one encouraging. The parents are the one opening this opportunity. So no special child is, all the possibilities are possible. You can make the impossible possible for your child. But you just have to be on the boat with the child. Be on board. Because other people, they can just help. There's limitation to the help that others can give. But the family, it's limitless. That's it, Coach. So I hope that this would inspire more parents that there's hope to their kids.
Yep.
That
Thank you
there's
so much.
potential for their kids.
Thank you so much,
Very
Coach
beautiful.
Sheila, for that sharing. Yeah, it's really touching when you speak with a mom, because a mom's heart is really very different when you talk to someone, especially with Coach Sheila's case is very special because she has a special kid, and I know the hardship that someone encounters when they have a special child. And but these special children are really very gifted and talented. You just really have to find their passion and help them out. So if we can really have someone who would really help parents who have special children, that would be Coach Sheila. Coach, I have a question for you. If I am a parent watching with a special child, what question would you ask me that would make me say yes to your coaching?
What kind of life do you want for your child?
Yeah.
Powerful.
Because the kind of life you want for your child is the starting point of your action, of your plans.
Yeah.
That's where I came from. Because all your fears, all your worries, you will conquer it because you have that goal. And being on that boat, being on that journey, I've proven to myself that if you have a goal, whether for your personal life or for your child, you'll work for that goal. You won't stop until you reach that picture that you want for your child. Because that's how immense a love of a parent is. As I've said, other people's help can be limited, but the help of a parent, the love of a parent, it's limitless. And that's the power that brings out the potential of the child.
Very powerful. Yeah. Sobrang powerful. What I'm thinking now for hashtag
Napatigil
is
din ako eh.
hashtag be what struck me was Coach Sheila's phrase earlier: "Be on board, be on board." And
Yeah.
yeah, truly, if you become on board, and if you are a mom, a parent, limitless. Yeah, the things that you can show. What kind of life do you want for your child, and how can you be on board? Yeah, very
Yeah.
beautiful, Coach Bill.
Yeah. But before, but basahin ko lang yung comments. So, of course, from Coach A, I hear your heart, Coach Sheila Bernosa, for Portillo. Thank you for saying yes. Yan, yes. Thank you, Coach Sheila, for saying yes. And then, so of course, here, Coach Ed saying hi. And from Coach Marife, a mother's love for her child gives her the courage to take change and walk boldly, strongly towards it. Congratulations, Coach Sheila. Ayan.
Thank you.
Same
Thank you,
with,
everybody. Thank you, Coach A.
yeah. Same with Coach Kale. Actually, be on board. Ang narinig ko while ago is be on the boat eh. So, like be on the boat with it. Something like that. And ano ba, it's really the power of like the love of a mother. And this really reminds me, yeah, it's really limitless. Yes, yes, it's true. I really believe that. Coach Sheila, what's your next level? Like purely si Coach Sheila lang. Like, what's next to Coach Sheila?
What's next? Actually, my vision is to see these special kids live a happy life, treated equally with equal opportunities. And if I can be part of that journey, that would be my fulfillment in life.
Wow. Thank you for that.
Thank you so much, Coach Sheila, for giving us those wonderful insights about parenting, especially if you have a special kid. And really, if you really see them from the perspective of love, you will do anything for them, no matter whether they are normal or not, or they are special or not, because everyone is really special. There's nothing in the eyes of God that is not special. As Coach Colin has mentioned earlier, we were made absolutely amazing or absolutely worthy. So it's up to us on how we want to raise our kids. I believe even if the special kids have a special place as well that they can occupy, we just have to nourish or nurture their talents and skills for them to be able to excel. There are a lot of stories wherein special child or special kids have really made it through in this world and they are really known. So it will just matter how much you love them and how much or what goal you want for them, because at the end of the day we are stewards of these children.
Yes. And thank you very much for this opportunity that you've given
Thank you for
me
Coach
to
Sheila.
reach
Thank
out to
you.
all those parents.
Thank you so much, Coach Sheila. If they want to reach out to you, where can they
Yes,
contact you?
yes.
Okay. If you need to reach out to me, you can contact me at 0917-628-3509. That's 0917-628-3509. Or you can email me at Sheila BP, that's SHIELA BP at outlook.com. That's Sheila BP at outlook.com. Or you can go to my coaching page, Coach Sheila's Passion for Life. That's
All right.
it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Coach Sheila, for joining us today. And Coach Will, up next, we have Coach Ayan to join us
Yes.
for the next talk. Thank you so much, Coach. See
Thank you
you.
po, Coach Sheila. Thank
Bye.
you.
Hello, good afternoon, Coach Ayan. Can you hear us?
Hello, Coach
Coach,
Ayan. Hello, hello.
can you hear us po? Coach,
Hello,
I think
Coach.
she's not able to hear us.
Hello.
There. Coach, can you hear us? Can you hear me and Coach Will?
Yes po.
Okay.
Ayun.
Yes po.
There. All right. So, Coach Ayan, we will give you 10 minutes to share your insights, your story, or your journey for life coaching. And then after that, we go with a 5 minutes Q&A. All right, so take it away.
Okay. Okay, so first, good afternoon, everybody. My name is Coach Ayan from Batch 21, and coming here live in Binyan City. So, first, I want to share with you my story, uh, my former life. So this is the how we will proceed our my simple talk today. So, who is me before I become a life coach? So my former life. So I'm just living a mediocre life. So in other words, medyo okay na. Chill lang, ganon. So I grew up with a lot of insecurities, and I just thought that dreams are just dreams. And then as I grew up and getting bigger, and I just realized I just feel stuck in life, and I think my turning point in life was something that helps me to to transition to service in serving other people. But I felt there's still something wrong, and I mean not nothing wrong, but still missing. And so as so but so be, during that time, there's by the way, I'm still employed I'm in a corporate world as a planning staff in a manufacturing company, and my company is good, but I have this deep longing na I want something more. I want to do more. And yun yung na-feel ko na I can bless more people, and I was inspired by others. So why I cannot do it? So now I'm proud to say I become a life coach now, and my present life was more happier for me because I'm not just serving more people just by talking, but I'm allowing people to be more empowered. And I can see some people who are already transformed. So one good example is my family. So I hope my sister is watching. So uh, she's now making a lot of crafts. She's really doing her passion in life. So I was able to help more people also in discipleship in a form of coaching that uh, like before we used to give a lot of advices. I think we all know that a lot of people it's very normal to give that to other people, but um, uh, what makes life coaching different is we are helping people to be more empowered and not just being parang sinasabi lang kung ano yung flow ng culture, flow of society. And ayun, so I'm happy. I'm still a work in progress, and I'm happy because I'm living a life with a purpose, and I find it. And ayun, like now in our special time, I call it also a blessing. Although I feel for those who are still suffering in this COVID-19, but I as a life coach, I switch it to something better that I started to see things in more positive note that although we can still be productive even though we are still at home, and we can reach out and make a difference. So that's I'm still a work in progress, and just being real, it's really a lot of courage for me also to do Facebook Live right now. And wala talaga eh. I really plan not to join now, but I think God is really pushing me to do better. That the message today really resonates me that if I'm doing things for God, I know He will always be there for us. And the heart of life coaching is really empowered with the compassion to others. And I'm also thankful that my brokenness, my rock bottoms in life becomes a tool for me to help more people because I'm more relatable to them. So yeah, for those people who feel stuck in life, so I can feel you. And ayun, what else? So I want to share also how life coaching helps me to live the life that I want. So um, uh, initially my heart is for service, like what my name is. My name is Marian, so inspired by Mother Mary for those who are believers in a religious side. So she is also a servant. So there's a reason why my name is like that, because I was I think I was also the an instrument of God to be that blessing to others as well. So for those person who are struggling right now, just embrace it and have that positive mindset na isipin nyo na may magandang idudulot mo. So wag lang tayo mag-dwell masyado sa negativities, but there's a positive of it. And masarap lang yung puso na gigising ka that you're inspiring more people na uh, a simple thank you, and seeing them living a life better than what's the normal or within the comfort zone is really beautiful. And the bridge where that helps me to achieve my former life towards the life that I want, or the present life that I'm currently working on, is because of life coaching. Um, not all people know that I have this long discernment period that at almost 3 months discernment, prayer and scripture time for me to find out this life coaching. And I just search it, and I find the beauty, because initially my heart feels for I want to practice my gift. With me, I have a gift of encouragement. So I search for the industry wherein I can practice it. So boom, I find coaching, and then somebody have a vision of me before in my counseling uh, training, that ano, you know what, you're good in encouragement. You can be a life coach. So I don't have any idea of life coach back then, 2018. So I just start to research about it since 2019, and that's the time I just walk in, and I just enjoyed the journey. And yeah, I got certified, and I just remember when we graduated, I cried because it's one of the best achievement that I have, and continuously improving. So masaya lang sa puso na alam mo, you're able to help others. And of course, I'm proud to say that I'm a product of life coaching, and ayun, I want to share that journey. So I share that because I know I could speak to someone who's been with the path, that the same story. So yun, those person, yun yung mga gusto kong matulungan pa. So ayun. So let's work together. So yun lang po.
Yay. Thank you so much, Coach Ian. Coach,
Thank you.
I have a question. You, in your sharing earlier, you mentioned about shift. You mentioned about shift.
Yes.
As you move towards the new world, as we welcome it after, after COVID-19. What 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 was the greatest shift that you experienced during the quarantine season that you will carry as you go to the new world?
Yes. First is I firstly I start to take good care of myself as well. So, but the previous learnings
Mm.
that we have in our master class with Coach A, I build my immune system and all. But I forgot for those person who are still um, asking for help. So yun yung nakalimutan ko to get in touch with my ministry, with my community, and I hope they're watching right now. So um, yeah, it's really a hard with all honesty, I felt bad because I was not able to help them immediately. But that's the good thing when why we are still kaya tayo bumabangon araw-araw kasi may chance pa tayong baguhin. And right now for me, this pandemic is really a good shift for me to break through in life. And now ayun, I am proud to say I work on it. And of course we have we have a coach we are also a coach, but it's the process that we enjoyed. And of course, it is us, tayo yung gagawa towards the life that we want. And ano na-carry ko dito is yung brokenness na feel ko, like, marami pala mga work, may pamangkin ka. And work from home na katulad ko rin na nahihirapan. So I can still patch good things in them. So ngayon, mag-start na ako tomorrow with a self-care check with them, and ayun. So ayun, equipping myself as well, but I'm never I also give time to my friends, my community, to get in touch with them.
Yeah, yeah. That's,
Okay, thank you, Coach.
Thank you so much, Coach Ayan, and thank you for saying yes. I know it was on a short notice, but she was still
Sobra,
able to say yes.
sobra.
It was really inspiring.
yeah.
Coach, for the last 13 days that Coach A has been doing the online class, what three things, if you use one word to describe it, what three things were you able to discover about yourself?
Well, three things I discovered with myself is during that journey is I can do best, I can serve more, and my my organic story will be my equipment or my tool to reach to more people. So ayun, mas equip tayo ngayon kasi I'm being real. Marami tayong fears pa rin up until now. So work in progress, as long as talagang yun nga, what I learned this morning, that I used to be afraid of taking risks, taking failures, kasi may pagka-perfectionist ako. But it's better to make mistakes because to fail, because you can correct it rather than regrets na hindi mo,
Yeah.
wala ka nang magagawa. And I just hope that at the end of my journey na I will see God na parang good job, Ayan, you did your best. And I hope I was able to please him with my battle scars. So it's something that I fight for.
Yeah. Oh, hello, Coach Ayan. Narinig ko multiple times the work in progress. My question is, like, what specific area in your life, which is, of course, a work in progress, that you're really focusing right now?
Okay, my work in progress is now I'm still equipping myself to become more skilled in our profession. So good thing our journey, 13-day journey, was able to uh, uh, give me a lot of platforms so I can be more creative. And kasi the heart is, meron na akong heart nun, kaya lang I always have this parang blindfold to me na parang paano ko siya i-deliver. So again, I'm a work in progress, and I'm excited to start each day, day by day, towards the life that I want, to reach more people. So kaya siya work in progress. So ayun, hindi siya naman din talaga natatapos. So ayun, continuous learning. Kaya ang saya lang sa tribe natin. So ayun, hindi ka lang life coach, but continuous learning.
Yeah.
Saya.
Thank you so much, Coach Ian, for joining us today and saying yes for speaking, doing the 10 minutes spiel. I know it was taxing for her because when I was talking to her earlier, she said she's having doubts, but she's just pushed through with it and face her fear. So thank you so much. And yep, everyone is here to help you out and journey with you. Because all of us are also learning in the process. Hindi naman po kami nag-stop na to just stay in this place. We also have a lot to learn, especially with all the teachings of Master Coach A. You really have to digest it and really take it to heart.
Yeah.
For us, because all she wanted is for us to succeed, diba? So, yun, thank you so much for joining us today, Coach.
Thank you.
And Coach K, who will be our next speaker?
Yes, up next is Mr. Ty Morrissey. Yes, stay tuned.
Yep. Thank you, Coach Ayan. See ya.
Thank you, Coach.
Bye-bye. God bless.
Hi, Ty. Good
Hello,
afternoon.
sir.
Good afternoon. Hello.
Hello. So, um, this is Coach Teen and Coach Bill. Yeah.
Hello,
Just a
Ty.
quick introduction. So, fellow coaches. We have here Coach Teen and Coach Orville. So, everyone, to our viewers, our next speaker is Mr. Ty Morrissey. He is the director of the Morrissey Consulting International, and he is an international consultant. And of course, he will tell us more about himself. And when he begins his quick talk. Okay, so Ty, so you will have 10 minutes to share, and then 5 minutes for us to ask questions, and also from the audience who are watching us right now through their comments. Okay, take it away, Ty.
Okay, well, thank you very much, Coach K, and thank you everyone for the opportunity to talk. I guess this is an opportunity for me. Obviously, I'm not a life coach, but I offer a different perspective on things, and I run my own consulting business here based in Jakarta, Indonesia. And what I wanted to talk about today, I guess, is more about some of the issues that we're all facing in terms of how we're facing potential economic challenges. Now, obviously, staying at home, and some of the restrictions that have been placed upon us, and what that means for our respective careers, whether you're a consultant like myself or maybe a life coach, in terms of how you progress your career and progress your work. And I guess obviously we're all facing, particularly that we live in primarily the Philippines and also Indonesia, there's going to be some significant economic impacts in terms of recession, in terms of potential employment in the future, and also what that means for your clients, given that there's going to be quite a number of people who are either unemployed or maybe not have the type of work they had before. And as I've said to a number of my clients and also people that I've been sort of working with both professionally and just personally, is that we may all panic and we see this as a fear and a negative sort of situation. However, I think we need to look for those opportunities that present themselves in these type of situations. Obviously, being locked down gives you a chance to reflect and to think about what it is that's important to you and to your clients. And also gives an opportunity to think about, I guess, the nature of work and what does that future work look like once we come out of this. And I guess people talk about returning to normal or returning to a new normal. For me, that reflects on what is going to be the nature of work. And for you as life coaches, what does that mean for your clients in terms of the way that you engage with them? Obviously, here we are talking all online and sharing our experiences and our thoughts. Whereas counseling and coaching, I guess, normally is more a one-to-one sort of situation. But here we are working in a much different environment. So I think the nature of work will certainly change. And what that means is, for me, what I use the word skill proofing. So what is it that we need to do to build upon our skills and our knowledge while we're in this situation? And I think it's important, that we actually look to those formal and informal education sort of networks where we can build our skills. And obviously through the coaching network that you have, you're obviously encouraging each other and undertaking sort of training. For me, I'm just enrolled in a course at Cambridge University on data analytics. For those opportunities that we can have to improve our skills and build that. Aside from that, I think also it's very important that we maintain our networks, and they are both professional networks and also our personal networks. And I certainly don't want to underestimate the importance of building a network, particularly a professional network, as opportunities present themselves. And obviously we're going to find ourselves either without a job or in a work that we may not have planned for, or even in a different style of working. It's going to require us to have a strong personal and professional network. And I think this is critical. So while we're in this lockdown situation and some people are alone, some people are stuck with family, and I've heard a few of the other coaches talking before me who are sharing different experiences about how they're engaging with their families, with their communities, and with their friends. And I think that's vitally important for our own mental health and for our own sort of sanity, I guess, is to maintain good connections with our friends, but also look to those opportunities, particularly at a professional level, as to how we can expand. Because obviously things are going to be quite different, and you're going to come across people who are going to be struggling, both mentally, but also economically in terms of what this potential recession may bring. So I think, in wrapping up, I guess, my brief little introduction, I think we just need to carefully think about the nature of work and what does that future work look like? How can we improve our skills and strengthen our skills in this time of lockdown to help us respond to those changing circumstances? And how can we look to strengthen our networks, both professionally and personally, to build upon and leverage against that? Because obviously when we come out on the other side, there's going to be multiple opportunities for better coaching, better counseling, better support, or better whatever you can do. And I think that if we maintain this positive mindset, you'll certainly see the benefits, come from that. So I guess that's my little sort of piece that I wanted to share today. And obviously I'm happy to address any questions you may have.
Okay, Coach Tin and Coach Bill, do you have questions for Ty?
Yeah, hi Ty. Thank you so much for sharing. So as a consultant, we have seen the change in the landscape, especially in the economic impact with the recession that has hit us. I know this is if we check out the figures online, it's really, the impact is really too much. So how long do you think can companies or businesses can recover from it?
Yeah, look, it's a very good question, and I'm certainly not an economist, but I guess if I'll speak particularly to the context of the Philippines, where I have lived and spent time, and also here in Indonesia. It's when we talk at a global level, we often think about big companies and how they respond, such as the Apples, the Googles, the car manufacturers, all that sort of stuff. But for me personally, I'm more interested in how households and the small businesses, and obviously many families in the Philippines and also in Indonesia are small businesses and often don't have a lot of savings. So these are going to be significant challenges as we progress forward. So I'm hoping that once the health situation is under control, that economies can expand and provide those opportunities. However, I suspect there's going to be a lot of changes, and I think this is particularly for the coaching sort of industry, is how do you adjust yourselves to be able to respond to this potentially increased demand? But I personally, I'd probably see maybe another 3 months, I would say personally, in terms of being in some sort of lockdown and restrictions. But for me, my work is, I continue to work from home. So that for me personally is okay. But a lot of people rely on those face-to-face and those customer service sort of situations where you need to have customers and staff. So I think that may take a longer term, and particularly for those countries like Indonesia and the Philippines, which have high populations and high density in the urban areas. I think we're going to probably see a few more restrictions. Those that live in sort of rural areas probably will be able to move around a little bit more quicker. But what it means for my work is I'm certainly grounded for a while because I travel a lot internationally. So I'm not expecting any change in the next sort of 6 to 8 months, I guess. So it really just depends on what sector you're in. But it's a complex situation, and it's one that I hope those smaller businesses and families can respond quicker. And that's, I guess, the points that I've been raising, around looking at the nature of your work, looking at how you improve your skills or whatever you may do, and improving those networks will help.
Is it just me? All right, I think.
No, I'm back. I think I froze for a second.
Yeah, if you froze for a minute.
Sorry.
Okay.
All right. Thank you so much, Coach Vin. Go ahead.
Yeah. For me, Mr. Tai, you started your talk with opportunities, and I really believe that opportunities present itself to those who prepares, or like you do preparation. Like, can you share us how are you preparing right now? Which is you believe is unique compared to how others are preparing with this season of this season that we have?
Yeah, no, a very good question, and one that often, whether you're a small business or consulting business like mine or a large multinational company, we all try and, I guess, minimize risk to some degree. But obviously big events like COVID-19 have certainly, come out of nowhere and obviously impacted us all in a way that we probably weren't prepared for. Whether you're the largest company in the world or a small company like me, everyone has had to adjust. So I think that the way that I've done it is basically, first of all, I've looked after my staff. So I've made sure that everyone that works with me is okay, that their families are okay, and making sure that I can maintain the employment that they currently have. Because obviously it's easy to cut costs and protect yourself, but it's also important to look after those who work with you and who serve with you. The other issue is looking at better ways of doing my business. So that's taking a lot of it online. So I have projects spread across the world. So a lot of the work that I do, say in the Pacific, I can do from my office here in Jakarta. So it's about being responsive to the requirements, but also maintaining the quality in what you do. And it's the same with the coaching sort of industry as well, is where you may talk to people directly. Now you're probably going to have to look at new ways of working, and the way that you respond and the way that you'll respond to your clients will be quite vital. So that's, for me, just two examples. So looking after your staff, looking after the people who work for you, and looking after your other clients who you'll be serving, I think will hopefully put you in a good stead going forward.
Wow, thank you, Coach K.
Yeah,
Coach K?
yes, thank you so much, Ty, thank you very much for always saying yes to our invitation, and
thank you.
thank you for really having the heart all the time to
Yeah.
share, because the insights and the wisdom that this is actually for the global workforce as we celebrate today, Labor Day. So yes, for the Filipinos and for the people in Jakarta, for Indonesia, and of course in the whole world.
Definitely.
I think
Go to
there's
work.
yeah.
All right, thank you so much, Ty, for all the sharing. We really learned a lot, especially in the business perspective, and how we can prepare ourselves to level up or to improve our skills to be able to meet the challenges or the shift that has been done with the pandemic. So I know it will be a struggle for a few months because we have to adapt to the changes, but I think human nature is very resilient, so everyone will be able to adapt soon. So thank you so much for saying yes, and hope to see you again.
Coach Dean.
Yep. Go.
Coach Dean, I just want to mention about pahabol lang. About
Sure.
what Ty mentioned about, like, while listening to him earlier, he's operating globally on the international scale, and while my reflection while he was sharing is really that this global pandemic, the global situation that we're in right now has really, like, it became like an equalizer. Like, it doesn't matter where you are in right now. The situation is like more or less the same for all of us. So the changes that we're going through, and really, the ultimate takeaway for me is what I mentioned about, like, skills. You have to really pound on that skills, and of course networking, because globally the opportunities have opened, and the playing field has really expanded so much. It has widened because all the work that we're doing now we have all been shifting. We're all shifting to really the online platform, and the opportunities are there. So whether of course I'm seeing potential collaborations, that would be what I had in mind earlier, collaborations, because the playing field is now open. So whether it's local or global, because access is there, because the internet is there, so everything is possible. And that's what I said. It's really not yes, there's fear and anxiety, but more than that, there are opportunities.
It is.
Yon, I just wanted to share that. Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
so
good.
much,
Yeah,
Ty. Thank you
Thank you
for
Yes,
so
thank you.
much for
sharing. Ah,
joining
yeah, Coach
us.
Arvin, you want to say something, pa?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
Okay, thank you, Ty.
well,
Thank
thank
you,
you very
Ty.
much. If
And
anyone,
yep.
yeah, sorry, if
And up
anyone wants to
next,
have any comments
yeah,
or any questions, please make contact with Coach K, and she can give you
yeah.
my contact details as well. If people have questions, I'm happy to maintain some contact with people. So feel free. Advice is free, so it's good.
Yeah,
thank you,
we'll keep
Coach.
that in mind,
Yeah.
Ty.
Thank
And
you.
up next is Coach Fresca. Thank you so much.
That's all right. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Thank you.
Hello, Coach Fresca. Can you hear us, po? Yeah. All right, so we have Coach Fresca for our next speaker. So, Coach, you can share. You have 10 minutes to share your insights, your journey, or your story about life coaching. How did it bridge the gap for you? And after that, we have a 5 minute Q&A. Go ahead, Coach.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for bringing me in once again, although I was a bit hesitant. But then I said to myself, I cannot say no to an opportunity. As I have said during our 13-day sessions with Coach A, opportunity is time, a space, and event for us to be able to make a difference, to make our world, the people we're with, a better one. So, yun. Kahit kinakabahan ako, okay lang. Right. So, indeed, I told Coach Candy that I would want to zero in my sharing this afternoon with the title of Work with Love, because in the first place, today is May 1, it's Labor Day, and it's a holiday, but I am in the office as of now. At this very moment, I'm still at the office. We are working. And as you know, I am part of the help desk of our office to assist our seafarers because we have thousands of seafarers who are stranded. So I have, instead of staying at home uh, in this challenging times, I opted to go out because I remember in one of our session, it's Coach A said that when we take care of our community, like it's an extension of our love of to ourselves, and I had found it, really true. Like because when I was staying alone in my unit, like I'm always anxious. I was unhappy. But then when I started reaching out, when I started working with my colleagues here, I feel more happy. Like I have fulfillment. I have more reason to look forward for another day. And one thing I have also to be thankful is that because I am part of this tribe, Coach Rizel is always there for me. When I said, because the question about my journey in life coaching was what was life before life coaching. Um, like my mind is always in chaos. I am overthinker, and then a lot of thoughts would come to my mind, like it's almost would paralyze me, like I don't know anymore what to do because my mind is getting crazy. I get affected, I get emotional. But then when I became part of life coaching, and I allowed myself to go through the process, I can see that I am more relaxed and I am focused. And in spite of things that's happening around me, like, okay, I can take a deep breath and process things. What Coach Rizal had helped me is really allowing myself to go through a process. So after this, when we go back, when finally operations, our office will operate, I know it would be challenging for me as a colleague, as a supervisor of my staff, how to deal this, like we said, new normal. I know I need to do some debriefing sort of, because I we cannot just allow people to say, okay, so we're here, we get to work. So one of the things that I would want to do is to help to show my colleagues or even my staff uh, that when we have love in our hearts, no matter how difficult things are, we can still, you know, not just survive but thrive. So going back to the lesson that I've learned, establishing, knowing our true north truly helps. So I think one of the things na I wanted to share with my, at least with my staff who are working directly with me, for them to be able to work with love, because I know they would be forced to report to work because they have to work, really, right? But then, um, it's different when there is love in their heart with the things that they're doing. Because I found it effective. What I mean is, I have seen people just come to work just because they need to work, right? So what I wanted to share with them is that put love into what you do. And then, however, you know, you have to know your true north, because without that, things would really be difficult. You become irritated easily, you become discouraged easily, you become so sensitive. It's very difficult to express yourself. That's why I've said, while I cannot yet really do life coaching because I am full-time government uh, official, I think what I would want to do is to see us to let them see that life coaching really works. I would want them to see that I am a product of life coaching, and that another thing that I would like to show is I have to walk my talk. So, yan. And then I would want to let them. I would like, therefore, to show that whatever I do is a love made visible. Like because of the love in my heart, my true north, it is seen in what I do. So, kasi as I have said, I keep on telling my colleagues, I am not looking forward for the future because my future is now. So, challenging time but inspiring to, to do your part to make a difference in the lives of the people in the space where I am in. So that's it.
There. Coach Praska is really one of the coaches who was really
Ganda.
able to journey. Mm, Coach, if there's one value that you learned about yourself during the 13 days journey that you have, because you said you were able already to find your true north, di po ba? What was that value that you were able to discover for yourself?
Uh, I can only love others as much as I love myself. One of the things that had been repeatedly said during our session was we should stop beating ourselves. I am guilty of that. Like I keep on saying, oh my God, am I worth it? Oh my God, why is this happening? Like what have I done? Like, am I that, I am that sinful to be punished You know, like I keep on saying that. Well, why is it that nobody can love me as who I am? I am like that ever since. But then as I journey through, like what I have said to Coach Rizel, the 13-day session that I had in the upskilling was like journeying inside out, you know, like it was able to help me resolve that I have to love myself so that I'll be able to love others more. I can give only as much as what I have in my heart, isn't it? So that's the value that I have. Kumbaga, it's more of a confirmation. And then if and then because of that, I've said I realized then na if I want others to know that I love them, I have to reach them out. Kasi ako, I am a kind of person like, kung ayaw mo sa akin, hindi, I don't like you too. But like, my perspective has changed. Now, you know, how can I walk my talk? How can I share that love I have if I will not reach out to others? You know what? Because of the self-care challenge, I was able to contact people that I have not talked with. Mahiyain lang ako mag-share sa group, but I have called up people that I have, in fact, years that I haven't talked with, and I have contacted them. It's amazing. It's really a journey inside out for me.
There, ang galing yung discovery ni Coach Fresca. Because I think when you really talk to Coach Fresca, she would always say that she's not worth it, or she would beat herself even if she's saying no, it's not. You have this, you have that. But really, it's more of really journeying and discovering what you have inside of you to know that your worth. Because even if other people tell you your worth, if you yourself do not believe it, like what Coach A said, if you yourself cannot believe that you can lead, no one will listen to you and allow them to be led by you.
Yeah.
So it really all starts with us. Ikaw, Coach Will, do you have a question for Coach Fresca?
Ako, Coach Fresca, can you share us something that you are unlearning and relearning right now?
Okay. I you know, like I have been telling Coach A during the certification process, like, my God, I know that already. I've been doing that. So I'm trying to unlearn that, you know. Like, I know that because as I have told you, I am a teacher, I am a trainer for how many decades already. I do this and I do that. But then I have taught, I've been teaching that the 4 A's of learning, the aha moments. So I have unlearned, you know, that I know that thing, you know. Yun talaga ang challenge ko. Like, it's really a challenge to unfill your cup. If you will not unfill your cup, you will not acquire new things, right? So I am relearning that. That's why I told Coach Rizel that I have a lot of issues. That's why I am not that confident, even if I have a lot of content. I have seen a lot of materials because I have been doing some kind of the same things like this, but I don't feel confident nga because I have really to process things. I have to process issues, internal issues. That's why I've said after the 13 days, I've said I will enroll in the rehab. Kasi para sa akin, if I am not fully healed emotionally, I would be yung bang, like my one foot is in the grave. So I really want myself, I really want myself to be totally out of the hole which I have buried myself because of personal things that had happened. I keep on going back kasi sa nangyari. Pero di ba, why should I do that? So, yun. I have to unlearn thoughts that uh, keep me from doing what I love to do.
Mhm.
Yun.
Yeah.
So, ang dami talaga siya, Coach. Isa lang yan sa mga na-unlearn at na-realize. There's so many things. Like, in fact, there was one time that said, oh my God, I'm so overwhelmed. Like, oh my God, I really have to sit down. I can really write a book about my journey. That's why I've said the 5-day challenge,
Yeah,
writing a book with.
yeah.
Actually, I was so interested, but then kasi ako, I compartmentalize my brain. Like, if this is new, I have to remove something old na it's not being used already. So yun. So yun na nga, I have to unfill my cup for
Mhm.
it to be filled with new things. So that's
Yeah.
part of the journey. So it's really it's a journey inside out
It is a
for me.
journey. It's a journey inside out. Yes, Coach. Thank you. Thank you po.
Yep. Yep. Thank you so much, Coach. We really enjoyed talking with you, and I hope we get to hear more from you. We have a lot in store in our tribe, so we hope you can just keep coming back and learn with us. So, where can they contact you, Coach? Sorry, do you, if ever there is someone who wanna connect with you because that
Mhm.
person is able to connect with your story and just wanna talk with you, where can they connect with you?
Um, just as soon as I am uh, ready, anytime soon, I will also be having my own page.
Wow.
I will be launching sort of my page, which I have been planning. Actually, I have a good friend who said, "Ma, if as soon as you're ready, we will launch." Because I have told him also, like, I'm not that confident. I'm afraid of this and that. But then now I said, why not? Why
Yeah.
not? Because I know there are also people who would relate with my story. If
Mhm.
you remember during the board visioning, it's really my uh, ultimate scenario to have a place for anyone who has nowhere to go. So yun.
Coach K, do
And
you have a
so
question for Coach?
soon I will launch my my page so that they can
Yes,
connect with me.
we will wait for that, Coach Fresca. Coach K, do you still have a question for Coach Fresca?
I have no question for her, but really appreciation and admiration for really for her heart and vulnerability to share all these things to us and with all of us watching this talk of Coach Fresca. Really, I what was a gem for me was when she said. Walk the talk, like the
Yeah.
transformation and the manifestation of whatever it is that she got, that she's experiencing from life coaching, will be manifested in how she relates with other people, with the love that she
Mhm.
shows with other people. And
Mhm. Mhm.
There. I think just
Yeah.
to encompass what Coach K said, it's really more of what values have life coaching giving has have life coaching has given each and every one of us. So if you want results to really take control of your life, or what are you willing to do to take that step, you really there is always help available for us. And as you can see the
Yes.
result, people who are very timid or who are very afraid to really face people or talk to people, you are able to see them bloom in front of the camera and just speak out their heart.
Yeah.
There,
Yes.
Coach K.
yeah, congratulations, Coach Fresca. Yeah, congratulations. I'm so excited and I'm so happy for Coach Fresca really. And
Yeah.
she's a very powerful woman. Yeah.
Yes.
And I'm
Yes.
just so
Yes.
happy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Thank you so much. Really,
Thank you so much,
it's
Coach. Yes, go ahead.
I keep on saying life coaching really works. It really works.
Mm.
Apo.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
So
Absolutely.
absolutely right. So up next we have Coach Fiery. So thank you so much, Coach Fresca, for saying yes to us. And I hope you can join us later at 6 p.m. Coach A will be back. She will be um, sharing a new lesson to us on how we can monetize our coaching profession. So please do join us. And you can also invite non-coaches because we have a raffle in store for non-coaches who will be joining us tonight. So thank you so much, Coach. See
Yay.
you.
Thank you, Coach Fresca.
Thank you.
Hello, Coach.
Coach
Hi.
Fiery.
Hi.
Hello. Hi, Coach
Hello.
Good
Fiery.
afternoon.
Ah, hello. Ano ba ito? Narinig niyo ako?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
Yes,
Sandali,
Coach.
sandali lang ha.
Sige, Coach.
Ginawa. Hello.
Okay,
Ishi,
so
okay
I'm
ka
waiting
na?
for Coach Fiery with her presentation. Yeah. Coach Fiery is
Ishi.
she's from Region
Hello,
8.
tama ba? You can hear me,
I
Coach?
think,
I don't
Yes,
yes,
need
we
my
do.
earphones.
yes, Coach. We can hear you. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Kasi
All right.
para
She
akong
said,
piloto, para akong piloto para naka ano.
all
Okay.
right. I think
Narinig naman ako.
our
Yeah.
operator said it's already a go. So, Coach, we will give Coach Fiery, please introduce yourself. We will give you 10 minutes to. We will give you 10 minutes to share your insight, share your story, or share your journey and how life coaching has helped you. And then after that, 5 minutes for the Q&A. Go ahead,
Wait lang,
Coach.
Coach. Wait lang. Parang dalawa ang...
Yeah, so for our viewers, for those of you watching, um, share your thoughts and your questions. You can ask questions and share it with us through the
Coach,
comments. Yes. Yes, Coach.
bale, dire-diretso na ako. If once you introduce to me, dire-diretso na ako sa
Yes,
sabihin.
Coach.
Okay.
Yes, Coach. Go. Take it away. It's your turn now.
Okay. You just tell me when, what now already?
Yes, go. Go, Coach. Yeah.
Okay. Hello, hi everyone. Okay. This is my story, my journey and my passion. Okay. Who am I? Who am I really? Who is Coach Fiery? Okay. Before life coaching, Coach Fiery is just a typical mom, a woman with simple life that provides attention and provision for the family. When he had children, when she had children, of course, he nurtured unconditional love and patience to do different personalities of these two kids that I have. Um, of course, another um, personality of me is, of course, it's my passion. Okay, of families with autism. This has been my inspiration, of course. First, my inspiration because it was of my son who has autism, but now it's not anymore. It's more on the passion for more families with autism and alike, and of course, the people I work with. Okay, I may not be a rich employer, but I know I can provide. I know my heart is rich because of my team and the people I work with, which I am proud of. Actually, I have just only a small world, very small world, typical small world. My world is small, but full of love, faith, happiness, passion, and inspiration. But if you will see the screen, it's full. You cannot see anything. But behind those, the strength that you see inside were pains before, frustrations, heartaches, and all the pains that it has in my life. But of course, in 2019, okay, God had a perfect timing, okay, sending me a call, and it was life coaching. God extended my calling and purpose, not only for my own world or my world that I have, but to extend more for others. A call for transformation for myself as well. How do I deal things at home and at work? And I would really say life coaching works. But the journey before life coaching and during was really difficult. All the factors in it, money, time, pains, shortcomings, and passion. But what outgrown is the passion that I had. So I live in the process that gave me an opportunity, myself, an opportunity. The opportunity of many things. But the process, of course, I told my stories. People know me, my friends, my family know me, but I extended this story for the rest of the tribe that I am with. So to tell my story and touch lives. Of course, the opportunity was an avenue too of myself to be a better person, to let go the pains, whatever I had inside me, making a difference, a blessing maybe in my family, a blessing to others, happy, have the decision of myself, self-love, and the great opportunities for myself. But of course, the avenue is not only for myself, but of course to others as well, to connect with them. Really, life coaching works. So it's me. I created, of course, because of the opportunity, I created, of course, Fiery FRPT Coaching Academy, which discovers self, family, community, children, teens, autism alike, and group and organization. I had also my group page, Coach Fiery Life Coaching Academy. It tells the lessons, teachings, principles, and management, evidence-based program, and lectures. Fiery FRPT Life Coaching connects, as well shouts out insights, sharing, connecting stories, real life stories and experiences, lessons, and inspiring stories. Of course, Coach A Coaching Upskill Blueprint as well, who gave me all the knowledge that I have, all the skills that I have, all that you see now that I have. It's really the coaching upskill blueprint, and of course the Life Coach Philippines Empire of the certification and of trusting me of what I can. And of course, one opportunity was being a part of the Life Coaching Global Virtual Summit in 2020, just recently. And my topic was Grace-Filled Living, a woman with walk with autism. And of course, I've shared many things that I can, or tips that I can say, or I can tell my story as a mom with autism. Okay, of course, the opportunity of writing a book, the opportunity that squeezed my brain, pinches my heart while writing every single word of my story for my readers. Of course, the life coaching group, which I have on Facebook or on social media, that the process to stretch my patience and unconditional love despite challenges, the challenges in work and at home. As you appreciate their weakness and openness, that you see these people, that you appreciate their heart that they open to you. As you discover their strength and capabilities for themselves and as well for the parents and for myself as well, that I can do more. As you see how their heart responded when we listen, it is really important that these people that you touch, you really have to listen to their heart. and all will follow. When you hear their hearts that cries of frustrations, you realizes that your compassion, commitment, and embrace are the things they need every single moment. And of course, in the process that you end up to love and embrace your differences. That whatever you have, or the people you talk to, if you had you had differences, you just the love and embracing them is just really matters. And of course, bridging the gap of the people you talk to is to is trusting the process really matters. My journey of twinges and bliss upholds the better version of self continues. Coach Fiery Pretensio Tayan is here.
Thank you so much, Coach Fiery.
Galing.
There are a lot of things that you're doing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for your heart for sharing with us, Coach.
Yeah.
Coach,
Ano,
with all of these things,
Bakit tumahimik kayo? Parang medyo seryoso
No,
na ako.
Coach, may delay.
May
oh,
delay.
there's a
Kasi
delay.
sa so
There's a delay.
we are waiting for each other.
Okay.
Yeah. Pero
Coach
ano,
Fiery,
go.
Yes.
Go, Coach Arvil, go.
Sige. I really love yung my world is small but full. Like this really my first time to really hear that, and how meaningful that sentence is. Kasi yeah, I mean paaanuhin mo yung malaking mundo, which if there's a lot of gaps in it, and really that the picture na punong-puno, like wala kang makitang like a free space on it, yet you really filled it with maganda pa, you filled it with passion, with faith, with love, like all the positive things, or like kung ano yung like the core values in you, punong-puno yung mundo mo na ngayon. It doesn't, like you say it na maliit siya, but then compact. I think that's the term, the compact. And really thank you for this story. Yes, ang dami kunento ni Coach Fiery. Maybe my question is, Coach Fiery, can you bring us to that moment wherein dumating can you bring us to that moment wherein sinabi mo sa sarili mo, yes, I really need to start this mission, like like can you can you bring us to that moment? What made you decide na yes, i-start ko na tong mission na to?
The life coaching, Coach.
Wow.
The life coaching.
Okay. Opo, yeah,
You mean the life coaching or the everything?
Sige, start po natin sa everything today. Sa life coaching. Yeah, the life coaching. What made you decide the life coaching?
First and foremost, syempre it was really hard to decide.
Mm-hmm.
But then your heart and passion was there and know you're gonna improve more than what you're doing. So kaya I said yes to this tribe and to the mission.
Yeah. The growing and the self-continuous. Gusto ko yung self-continuous na phrase.
Oo, kasi parang dati ganun na ako. So, kinontinue ko lang at siya mas naging mabuti lang ako na version ngayon.
Coach K?
In what way, Coach?
In what way? In the outlook in life, na hindi na ako masyado worrisome, konti na lang, di ba, Coach K?
Yay!
Konti na lang. Those lang siguro kasi you're just a human. So parang lang, pag dumadaan lang siya. But everything totally are really handled well and taken care of. So, kaya.
Yeah, Coach Fiery, I just wanna read some greetings for you here. We have Coach Ed Kimuel and Coach Glacy saying, nice to meet you virtually, Coach. And then Coach Marifed, hashtag the call. God bless your heart, Coach Fiery. And Coach Rizel says hello. And Coach A, Master Coach A is saying, thank you for your heart, Coach Fiery, to embrace the perfection. And it's, sabi niya, magaling, and I'm proud of you, sister. Yeah,
thank
and
you.
Coach Fiery, my question is more on with all these opportunities that all of these things that you have presented, particular specific to the parents and to the children that you are serving, what do you what do you have what do you have right now, maybe a vision or something, a plan, as we step into the new world, as we go back to the, well, it's not really going back to the old, but it's the new, it's basically a new world that's waiting for us. For your clients, coach, what do you have in there right now?
Okay. For now, kasi medyo it's really difficult at this moment. Kasi of course, in the profession that I have, we really need the physical appearance, right? Okay. But
Okay.
maybe the lesson would be the quality that we're going to give, the service, the entire quality of service that we're going to give. If, for example, we need to lessen the sessions first for this for this pandemic, but it's more on the really total commitment from self, from the teachers to the student and to the family around. Kasi parang I was struck to when a parent called me, "Ma'am, nag-regress yung anak ko." Yung parang ganon. But the mom was an OFW. Tas parang umiiyak ang heart. Alam kung umiyak ang heart niya. Tas ikaw rin, na we really have to go back. Once makita ko yung bata, I'm sure we need to go back to zero. And we need to, if there's regression that happens. So yun, yung parang the commitment is much more higher and much more deeper.
With that, coach, like with that, like if there is like if it will not yet allow you to go into the, you know, face to face and really in depth session with the client, what are you thinking of, like how can you bridge the gap while there is that
Really?
limitation for the moment?
Yeah, really ginawa naman namin a month ago na really, we really call the parents what to do. Really, parang transfer na kagad. Though we don't see a really total change or really total copycat of the management, but at least we really have to monitor every single day that what had happened, what caused this. So we need to really get to the track of calling. Anong nangyari? Bakit naging ganito? So the brainstorming would be much often and much clearer as well. Kasi ang hirap talaga. It's really hard. Kaya I really pray that bumalik na, that we have to see these children. Kasi our profession, this managing them is really needs physical contact.
Yeah, I think Coach K. Coach K. I think Coach K freeze. Yeah, okay, so yeah, I think I'll just encapsulate all the what has been said by Coach Ferry. I think for the special kids, it really needs a hands-on. You have to be physical with them because it's really hard to get their focus if you do it online. But I think Coach Fiery is really doing a great job in helping them out, even in this pandemic. So you see the value of life coaching really working on them because they are able to facilitate it even if they are not face to face, as long as the parents or the guardians of these kids are really hands on and they have the basic of the perspective of how these kids are really how their mind works. It would really be like a piece of cake if you do it with them. So Coach Fiery, really, your heart is so big and it's really so amazing how you do it with these kids. Not a lot of people can do it, especially not even parents. Not all of the parents really have the patience to do it with their kids. So seeing it with Coach Fiery and even with Coach Sheila earlier, it would really take a very big heart and big patience to do. So thank you so much, Coach, for joining
Thank
us
you
as
as
our
well.
guest. And we have Coach Trisha from Bicol Region up next. So thank you, Coach,
Thank
Thank
you.
and see you
you very
again.
much, Shirley.
Thank you. See you.
Hello, good afternoon, Coach T, Coach
Hello.
K, Coach Bill.
Hello, hello.
There we have Coach Trisha up next. So, Coach Trish, we will give you 10 minutes to share your journey, share your story, or share your insights for the past 13 days. You can also share that. And then after that, the 5 minutes Q&A. So we will talk with Coach Trisha after 10 minutes. Go ahead,
Okay.
Coach.
So, hello everyone. Good afternoon. This is Coach Trisha. I am a certified life coach from Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. And I am from batch 34. So, uh, welcome everyone. This is my second live. Yes, my first live was during Master Coach A, FP Challenge. Then, uh, yes, finally, after 3 months, I will be having my second live. I'm not very comfortable doing this, but a lot of coaches help me and give me courage to finally say yes to this challenge. So uh, today I would like to align my talk from my first live, which is about defining your own space. So today I will be explaining how do I define my own space with my life before life coaching and during being a life coach. So I would like to begin by sharing you the poems that I wrote before, last year. So this would be the first time that I would be sharing this online and to everyone. So actually, I titled this poem as Asherat. This was written last July 14, 2019. I've been wearing this spacesuit that no one seems to notice. The suit that keeps my body pinned into the ground, pinned so deep that no one can understand. No one can understand how heavy it is. I assume that the tethers was broken. Everything was floating around, and yet I'm still pinned into the ground. No one will ever care. Things are starting to get there. I'm not sure if it's caused by the helmet of this suit, or maybe my oxygen tank are half empty, uh, as empty as my feelings. But I survived. Now I've been traveling into outer space, and no one seems to notice again. So this poem talks about how I see things, how I define my own space way back before life coaching. Uh, it also explains how I choose to isolate myself and shut down myself from everyone and everything that makes me confused. And I would like to share you my story uh, about my lolo who recently passed away last February. So for the past 11 years, I don't have a good, for the past 11 years, I don't have a good relationship with him. Um, that makes me confused of a lot of things. Actually, he haven't said even I'm proud of you or happy birthday or even congratulate me for after my graduation. I always asking myself, what do I need to do in order to become enough for his love? But last July, I met a life coach, which she helps me. She helps me process things that I've been running for 11 years. So imagine, guys, for 11 years, I've been running about it. Then that moment, just I think 30 minutes, she helped me process it. She helped me have clarity on the things that are happening right now. And I'm proudly to say that before my lolo died last February, I was able to take care of him last December, and I was able to talk with him with my future goals in life. Um, and also, life coaching changes everything in my life right now. I right now I'm not very comfortable in front of this, but I am doing this to level up my commitment, and I really want to pursue of being a life coach. So ayun, for the past 13 nights, it really allows me to have a realization that my true starting point is myself. Starting point to focus more on myself and appreciate and recognize the things that I might have that might help other people to see their worth. So I am slowly eliminating the things that that is holding me back to move forward. So I'll be reading you another poem that I wrote last. I think I wrote this before certification. Then I actually put it into my portfolio. Actually, I titled this "Game Over" way back, but I changed this right now, which is the title is "Press to Continue." I guess I have to stop this game called life, the game where we try to save each other, to be the light of each other's deepest and darkest stage, the game where I failed, but I choose to try again. So that's all. So this is Coach Trisha, and I choose to stay alive.
Yay!
Ayun, ang
Thank you.
galing.
Wow, that's so powerful, Coach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Thank you,
I
thank you.
choose to stay alive. Yeah, I
Yeah.
choose to
yeah,
stay
yeah.
alive. What a powerful statement.
Yeah.
Ayun,
So thank you, Coach
ano,
Trisha. You're so brave. I mean, when we first met Coach Trisha, she was like somehow she's similar to Coach Orville. She cannot speak with you directly. She cannot look at you directly. But when I get to see her picture, she was a student leader. So I assume that she was already able to face people, speak with people. But the first time that we met, she's not like that. So I'm so happy and proud that she's taking all the challenges. Whenever there is a challenge presented by Coach A, I would always message her and talk to her.
mhm.
Um, and I would help process how she feels, and then she would say yes to the challenge. Like the FB challenge, she was the first coach to say yes from the Bicol region. I've been
Wow.
trying to connect with all
Yay!
the coaches, but she's the only one who said yes. Although the others have started, but I really did not see any update from them. But with Coach Trisha, the progress that she has is really so so amazing that she was able to really say yes and go for it. Sabi niya nga kanina, 'di ba? It's like I think they have an agreement with Coach A during the certification, and she's keeping it. So I'm so proud of you, Coach Trisha. And I think
Thank
Coach
you.
K is your coach.
Yes.
Yun. So,
Yeah.
may question po ba kayo kay Coach Trisha?
Mine is really as I was listening to her and watching her, it's the beauty of journeying with a community, and really the journey that she went through with life coaching really changed her life. And now we're seeing her really blooming, and then taking on these challenges and really facing the camera, doing things that are uncomfortable for her, but are really giving her fulfillment. And she wants it. She wants to do it, and now
Yeah.
she's doing it. And I would just like to read the comments. So we have comments here from Master Coach A. She said, "Hello, Coach Trisha. Thank you for showing up." And we also have here messages of congratulations to you from our fellow coaches. And then Coach Bill, can you see if the identity it's
That's
not
Coach
appearing
Candy.
on my probably.
That's Coach Candy, Coach.
Okay, Coach, go Coach Tin. Who else is there?
Yeah, we have Coach
Yeah.
Candy
The
and
name,
Coach
Coach
Rizel saying
Candy.
hi as well. And
yes.
then, yep.
Yeah, yeah.
And
There's
then
one
it's
who said,
Coach
Love you, Coach." Yeah, love you, Coach. You're so courageous and brave. And then powerful, choose to stay alive. And of course, Master Coaching said, thank you for
Thank you for
staying
staying
alive.
alive. Yeah.
Thank you for staying alive, truly. Coach Orville,
Yeah.
you want to say
Ako,
something?
the poem itself, ewan ko, like, nahagip, nung yung binabasa niya, the very first thing na naalala ko, maybe hindi exact yung narinig ko, but dun sa poem, sinabi niya na, everything's floating around, but I'm left pinned in the ground. And, like that sentence, tama ba yun, Coach Pisa? Did I catch something na ganun? Meron ganun na line. And I really, and taking off from that, meron siyang ginawang poem na from, the title is Game Over, then napalitan niya into, pinalitan niya into like a press to continue. And yes, press to continue. Then it's really, to me, it's really a clear proof that really life coaching works. And then, kasi yun talagang, like, with full conviction na sinasabi kaya ni Coach Tisha. And really imagining the 11 years na something na, like, really in his mind, like maybe a mindset or na, and then like na process siya. And how, the feeling of freedom from that one. And I'm really happy with sa kwento ni Coach Lisa. And wow, yeah, you're a student leader, so sobrang nakaka-relate ako. And same, takot rin ako sa camera, but then like you're gonna do what you wanna do. So I'm really congrats, Coach Lisa, really doing this one. Thank you for staying alive. Your life message, your message right now, I am really sure at least one person around there watching us really needs yung story mo, really needs the poem, really needs the declaration that you just said to us. And thank you so much. I mean, like, I really have no question. Thank you for sharing the poem. Like, I really love yung like, everything's floats, but then I see myself pinned in the ground. I really love that.
Yeah, Coach Trisha, I'd like to ask a question. What is your message to what is your message to the people you want to serve, you want to help?
The message that I want to give to them is help is available. It's okay to take off your spacesuit and be vulnerable. We are always here for you guys. And that's all.
Yay! It's okay to take off the space suit. I love that. Coach
Ay, may pahabol na comment from Miss Irene Claire Indon. I really love the poem as well. Yeah, I mean,
yes.
Really looking forward yung poem.
I'm really looking for her poems. Ang gaganda ng mga poem niya, pero I think it was really great that from the start, the first poem that she made was kind of sad, but she had a change of perspective. So you see how life coaching had affected her in such a way that from a negative perspective, she was able to see it in a positive perspective by shifting. Just even the title, shifting the title would really do something to be able to really move forward and go on with whatever is happening and taking care of, mindful of yourself and how you respond to your ecology. Yun yung favorite natin, di ba? Yung laging sinasabi ni Coach Shay. Are you aware of your ecology? Yun.
Yes, thank you so much, Coach. The power of showing up. The power of showing up, no? Yeah.
It is.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for Coach Trisha.
Yep. So up next we have Coach Mel. So see you again, Coach. Thank you for saying yes. Bye-bye.
Bye, Coach. Thank you.
Hello, Coach Mel. Coach Mel, yung mic.
Hi, Coach.
Hi, hello po. Yes.
Yeah.
Hello, Coach Mel. Finally.
Hi, Coach.
Oh, goodness.
Afternoon, Coach Mel.
Hi.
Ayun, thank you so much.
Coach. So,
Go ahead, Coach K.
Yeah, thank you so much for saying yes to this afternoon sharing. So, Coach Mel, feel free to introduce yourself, and also you have 10 minutes to share your whatever it is, wisdom, insights that you have for us this afternoon, and then we will open the floor later for questions. Okay, take it away, Coach Mel.
Hello, everyone. I'm Coach Mel, a change agent certified by the Global Institute for Coaches and Entrepreneurs. I'm from Batch 10. I got certified September 2018. I will talk about my decision to be a life coach. Not only because I accidentally talked to Coach Rizel, but uh, in my younger years, maybe early 20s, I'm already a go-to person for mentoring, for advising. And I have this talaga na to really help people. Gusto ko gumawang yung pakiramdam nila, what they've been going through. Tapos I worked as a legal assistant sa isang law firm under a managing director namin. So lalong na reinforce yung isip ko na mag-law. Because sabi ko nga, if only people will know their rights, hindi sila maaapi. Parang ganun lagi yung thinking ko. I always see people na kailangan nila ng tulong. So, andun ako lagi naka-back up. Kahit sa work na namin sa corporate, I spent more than 20 years sa corporate. And I worked as executive assistant for CEOs and presidents. So, ako yung literal na dragon of the gate, di ba? Ang mga secretaries are called like that eh. Pero, again, lalapit na naman yung mga employee sa akin, telling them ano yung nararanasan nila. So, I'm always asking myself, how these people are being helped. Kasi, hindi lang sila nagrereklamo eh. Meron silang pinanggagalingan. Pero, it seems, of course, sa corporate kasi hindi ka pwedeng emotional. Dapat walang, dun eh. Ang lagi sinasabi sa akin ng boss ko, kapag emotional ka sa trabaho, hindi ka makakagalaw. Kasi pwede kang kainin alive. You'll be eaten alive. Yun ang lagi niya sinasabi sa akin. May mentor boss kasi ako eh. I work with him for 14 years. He just retired, so I have to move to another company. But if not for him, hindi madi-develop yung leadership, hindi madi-develop yung, of course, yung pakikipagkapwa-tao. Lagi kasi kaming may usapan noon every 7:30 morning AM, before 8 o'clock yon. Lagi siyang may words to ponder. So, he's a great boss, at the same time, mentor siya. So, lagi niya sinasabi, always help people. Kasi yung mga nasa lower level, they're the most na kailangan ng tulong. So, pag may mga reklamo yung mga empleyado, lalo na yung nasa production, yun, lalapit sila sa akin. So, lagi ko iniisip, paano sila tinutulungan? Yung puso nila kasi, di ba? Ang mga empleyado, meron niyang concern sa bahay, o kaya namatayan sila, pero walang nag-a-attend emotionally pagpasok nila sa trabaho. Everybody's thinking na kailangan nila na magtrabaho. So, ganun na-stuck ako sa corporate. But still, andun yung puso ko na tumulong. So, it was around, I think September lang, nang may ma-receive akong text message from Coach Rizel. I didn't know she was Coach Rizel by that time. Pero I told her, call me at 1 p.m. kasi nasa work lang ako ngayon. By 1 p.m. I'll be out na sa field. Kasi that time I'm already a sales supervisor eh. So lalong na-reinforce yung damdamin ko na kailangan ng tao ng tulong. Kasi exposed ka na sa field, exposed ka sa mga tao, yung nagbebenta ng namin items. So ramdam ko yung efforts nila, but at the same time, meron silang concern deep within them eh. Hindi lang nila masabi. So, ayun, when I became a life coach, naintindihan ko, kaya pala, maraming concerns ang tao kasi walang nakikinig sa kanila. And even in my time as a leader sa church, andun yung puso eh. Lagi mong mahal yung tao na pinangungunahan mo. So, sa corporate, hinahanap ko yon. Hinahanap ko talaga yon. So, naisip ko, I can do this as a life coach. So, pag punta ko talaga sa DCAP, I'm very decided na magko-coach ako, magla-life coach ako. Ang sabi ko sa kanya, kay Coach Rizel, marinig ko lang si Coach A magsalita. During that time, learning gap siya. I don't know the topic. Pero, after hearing her for the first half, I decided not to enroll. Bakit? Kasi, ang alam ko advising eh. Ang alam ko mentoring. And it's really crippling pala. From my end, ako na-experience ko yun eh. Pagka ina-advise ka, it's coming from the space na concern yung tao, pero you are given all the things that you need. Sinasabi ko ano gagawin mo, pero ikaw hindi ka nag-iisip for you. Hindi mo naiisip na, eto pala yung solution sa buhay ko, eto pala yung solution sa problema ko. So in life coaching, malinaw lahat yon. So, nung maging life coach ako, I was really ready to really coach. But, yung palang iniisip ko na tutulong ako sa kapwa ko, ako pala unang nangangailangan nun. Kasi may mga issues ako about myself na hindi ko pala alam na, ganito pala ako. Ang daming blind spots. Ang daming blind spots. So, I'm very thankful that I was able to be a life coach. Not only because yung purpose ko to help people. Initially, that was my thought. That was my intention. Pero as I go through the process, napunta akong Cebu and everything, lahat ang daming nangyari, all this time, meron pala akong issue on my own and within me na hindi ko alam. But because of life coaching and going through the process, sabi nga ni Coach A, slow burn, self-reflection, self-encounter, it's really difficult to do self-encounter. Hindi pala siya madali, lalo kung hindi ka sanay. Ano ba yung self-encounter? Ano ba yung self-reflection? I just know how to meditate before I pray. Pero deeper within me, analyzing who I am, analyzing what do I want in my life, doon ako nag-stuck. Pero buo pa rin yung loob ko na tumulong. So, as of now, doing this talk in front of a camera, as I always say, hindi talaga ako comfortable. But after the 13-day training natin with Master Coach A, sabi ko, I really have to show up na. I really have to tell people that life coaching is very effective. Number one, to help yourself first. Kasi akala natin okay tayo, emotionally, mentally, we thought we are okay. At talaga pag hindi ka okay mentally, like in my case, because I have so many issues na hindi ko alam, and then, ang daming pains na nakatago, na kaya pala ako ganun mag-react. Although there's so much love and compassion within me, hindi ko siya mailabas na ganon. Kumbaga yung emotion ko and mind, nag-struggle together. Di ba yung 6 areas, 6 domains. So hindi ko alam, ba't ako, pag nag-explain ako, nag-rise up yung voice ko, yung mga kaibigan ko na alam ko na mahal ako at mahal ko rin. Sabi na, Ate Mel, we know you love us, pero bakit parang lagi kang galit? Yung pala, merong pinanggagalingan yun. Hindi ko alam. And it was the only Coach A who was very, or still very patient, talking to me, telling me in my face, you need help. Sabi niya, ang taas ng walls. I have to be vulnerable to be able to help. So, nung nare-realize ko na yung sarili ko, ay, ang dami ko palang walls, ang yabang ko pala. So, painful yon to really accept na mayabang ka. But in coaching, you really cannot move on without really accepting who you really are, but loving yourself at the same time. Totoo yun eh. How can you love somebody na ikaw nga hindi mo alam yung sarili mo? Hindi mo alam magtiyagaan. Ang sabi ni Coach A nun, be patient with yourself, trust the process, trust yourself that you can do it. So being a life coach is a really wonderful thing that happened to me kasi I was able to really address the emotions that's been crippling me, maybe in my, I think, 10 years pa. So, yun, I'm very thankful. That's why I really made the decision to be a life coach, to help other people. But thankfully, I was a coach because I was able to know myself, and, I got to know you all, the life coaches, and of course, master coaching. That's all. Thank you.
Ayun. Thank you so much, Coach Mel. It was really she was really vulnerable about it, and you could really see the value of how, Coach, if there was one value that you learned about yourself during the 13 days journey and your journey as a life coach, what value was it about yourself?
Accepting that I need help from you guys. Kasi only the coaches will be able to know a coach. Only coaches will be able to help a coach. Kasi although yung family natin and the closest people I love, yung friends ko, alam nila yung nakikita nila sa akin, pero hindi nila kayang i-address. Akala nila galit ako lagi. Pero it's out of love. Alam mo yun? Pero it was only before I became a life coach na natulungan ako in the sense na nahukay eh. Nakita kung saan ako kailangan tulungan. And that's the greatest thing for me as a person. Thank you.
Ayun.
Did I answer you, Coach Teen?
Yes, you did. We were really able to see that with you. That slowly you're opening up and really expressing yourself. Because for a coach to help someone, it would be hard if the person we wanted to help does not need help or does not reach out for help, because we will not know what you really need. So the vulnerability really of being able to open yourself and being humble enough to acknowledge and let the person know that I need help. Because at times, especially in the corporate, I could relate with Coach Mel, especially if you are an executive assistant, you have the power in your hands. Because I've been an executive assistant as well. It was my first job, I think. So you are direct to your boss. So whatever decisions your boss gives, you're the first person to hear it, and you're the person who's gonna relay it. So people follow you. So there's really the power in your hands. So it is up to you now how you will make the people listen to you and understand you. So in some cases, it's so hard to really express because we've been trained to really let the people follow you because you're the right hand of the boss. But in life coaching, there is no boss. In fact, I think there would be the boss, but the boss is yourself. But you have to understand that from a different perspective, diba?
Yes.
So yun, it's really very empowering to hear that, Coach.
Yes. Ako naman, Coach, it's the story of like you're the eagerness to really help others, but then all of the sudden, oops, ako pala yung nangangailangan. And nung kinakento mo, I really felt na parang like it's like a total degree of pivoting. Pivoting yung exact term, but then it's really a hard stop. And you sharing that story, I'm really for sure like marami talaga nangangailangan yung like you soon realize na oh shucks, hindi pala muna sila, it's ako muna. And I mean like many of us, like including me, minsan napofall din sa part na yon, and then at the end of the day you realize na sakit, but masakit, hindi mo na makikita, and then maybe on that experience you start maybe the blind spot starts to like na sila yan, makikreate na yung blind spot, and then kapag hindi tayo nagka-hard stop there, hindi natin siya makikita. And Coach Mel, my question is, ano yung next project ni Coach Melissa Asido? What's your next project?
I have plans to do FB Live series. The very thing na lagi akong kinakabahan. Pero I have to do it. May ano ko issue ako. Pagka may kausap ako like this, I can really express myself. Pero pag ako lang mag-isa, andun yung resistance na, yun nga, wala akong kausap. But I will do it. After that 13-day training, I have this really decision na I have to move. And I've learned a lot So I have to apply it na and really show to people na life coaching works. It really works. I just have to do something for me so people will know that I am a life coach and that I really want to help as a coach. Kasi authority may authority tayo to really engage with people. And we are safe on that side kasi certified tayo. We have the knowledge, the skills. We just have to really do it. I have to do it. Sabi ko nga, nung nakikinig ako kay Coach A, I really have to do it. Hindi na pwede na nakatago ako. Because nga of my fear to being exposed. Lagi ako nasa likod lang. Because, Coach Tin, di ba, pagka EA ka, you're working inside the office alone Most of the time, I'm alone. So, I really have that security na pag may papasok, tsaka ako lang makikita. Pero I'm really protected and shielded. Wala akong alam sa chismis sa labas. Pag may tinanong sila, of course, I have to protect my boss. Wala akong sasabihin na that will damage the management and especially the president of the company. So, lagi akong may wall. Hindi ko alam, baka yun sa dahil lang kaya very walled up ako. I always engage with the employees, even my friends, but when it comes to my boss, I'm very protective. I really, respect the authority. Kaya ganun ako ka-protective sa boss ko. Pag niloloko nga, ikaw masyado kang sip-sip sa boss mo. I'm working for him. And ang loyalty ko is first sa company and then second to him. So, I believe kayo, you will come on third, sabi ko sa kanila. So, they understood naman. But, yung type of work na yun, I guess, one thing that contributed dun sa pagiging walled up ko din. But I enjoyed the job. Kasi yung isipan ng CEO, somehow I was able to learn from them. Everything from them. I mean, natuto ko sa kanila talaga. How they think, how they perform, and tsaka yung mga words to ponder talaga ng mentor boss ko is really, he really helped me a lot.
Ayun. Coach K, do you have a question for Coach Mel? Parang, I think wala si Coach K, nahihirapan ko test ako. Ikaw, Coach Mel, may question ka pa?
Ako wala na po, and really thank you Coach Mel. Talagang yung experience natin today parang
nagro-roller coaster din ako with the journey of
believe na it's because a good may pagdadaanan yung mga good message Thank you for sharing the message, Coach Mel. Kahit ano nangyari nandito pa rin tayo, we'll be able to push it through. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
kasi coaches inilalaban mo talaga kasi alam mo na makakatulong May reason why.
Parang COVID pala ako. Pero sabi, go Coach Mel, we are hearing you. And from Coach A, she said, it's you I am hearing. I am proud of you, Coach Melissa Acido. So, you could really see something has changed with Coach Mel. Diba? The first time that we talked to her, she's really so strong na you cannot really be open with her. Parang, teka lang, kaya ko bang magsabi dito? Yun. Pero ngayon, she's being able to open up herself and be vulnerable. So, thank you so much, Coach Mel. It was really a journey, seeing that result in you. Don't get us wrong. Being vulnerable doesn't mean you are being weak. It's more of acknowledging who you are and improving in the process of really knowing who you are and what you want in life. Because there are a lot of people who are really projecting a strong image, but they are hurting inside and they are not able to reach a level of awareness and of really getting what they want or really seeing themselves as a better version of themselves. Because of fear and but having a facade of that strength. So thank you so much, Coach Mel. We're so happy that you said yes to us and joining us. And finally, I was in contact with her since morning because I was trying to help her get the spot, but unfortunately her internet is not cooperating this morning. So finally, we're able to hear
Finally, yes.
there must be
Yeah,
a reason
thank
for
you.
it. Thank you,
Coach
Coach.
Mel.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
There you go. We have finished the first two parts of our marathon, our streaming.
Yes.
And now we are now on the last part. And for the audience out there, please do join us. We have a lot of prizes in store for non-coaches. And Coach Ray will be back at 6 p.m. She will have her talk. And we also have a new link. Please check out the stream. The new link for the stream, we have it online. Please do join us again for the part 3 of our series.
Part 3 na.
So we're gonna be back.
Happy Labor Day.